right, good evening. We're live from windy, possibly stormy, but not at the moment, Butler, Pennsylvania, as the Blue Sox will take on the Lafayette Aviators tonight. I'm here still joined by Joel Norman. Joel, whenever I left last Sunday when I signed off, I said hopefully we can have it all wrapped up by the time we come out here to play these last two games. And as far as the division goes, we've done just that, winning our first ever division title Tuesday night in Chillicothe. We clinched, and so that's a big thing. Now, if we are able to win one of these two against Lafayette, we will clinch the best record in the entire league.
Which would be huge, because if the Blue Sox go on to defeat the Miners next week, then we'd have home field advantage against the winner of the West Division matchup, which could very well be the Lafayette Aviators, who the Blue Sox are taking on tonight. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, even though they've got the playoff spot locked up, even though they've won the regular season division title, they'd sure love to get some extra wins right here to add on.
And they're going to do it with Jack Herzing on the mound tonight, left-hander from St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. And the lineup people face from Lafayette, which is a very impressive one. We'll talk a little bit more about it as the night goes on. Leading off will be number 9, Brian Sharp, the shortstop, followed by the left fielder, number 13, Corey Heffron. And then it'll be the third baseman, number 15, Dougie Parks. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher as well tonight. As the DH, hitting for himself will be number 7, Logan Beeman. Then it'll be number 3, the center fielder, Trey Burtis. Number 25, Evan Kennedy, the first baseman, will bat in the 6th spot. Batting 7th is Ryan Nairnshield, the catcher, wearing number 16, followed by number 20, I don't know what's going on there. The second baseman, Nick Schrader, and then number 32, the right fielder, Sam Claycamp, will round out the order. Here's the first pitch from Herzing. Fastball swing through. First pitch tonight, 7:07, and it's it's been nicer.
Overcast.
Overcast is a good way to put it.
To varying degrees.
0-1 is inside. Defensively for the Blue Sox, Ray Gonzalez is behind the plate. Patrick Ferguson at first, Paven Parks at second, Brady Gulikowski at third, Justin Kirkpatrick at shortstop, Tanner Murphy in left, Stefan Mercanja in center, and Ben Carew in right. Here is a ground ball foul down the first base line to make it now 1-2.
Herzing on the season 2-1 with a 3.03 ERA. This is only his second start of the summer. Does have a save in 32 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 36, walked 21, and allowed 26 hits.
One, two misses high. The Lafayette Aviators come in with probably the MVP of the league this year in Dougie Parks. 22 doubles, 8 home runs, leads the league in doubles, RBIs, on-base percentage, and walks. There's a little roller to first. Ferguson will flip to Herzing covering, and he will get the out. Close play at first, but it goes the Blue Sox way.
Yeah, you're right. This is a very talented team all around. The batting average of 274 as a team is 4th best in the Prospect League, though there's a little bit of a difference between their home and road splits, because at home they hit 303, but on the road, 246. So the Blue Sox looking to continue those problems for the Aviators tonight.
Yeah, Corey Heffron, the left fielder, will get ready to go here. Lafayette, of course, the West Division champs, have already clinched home field for the first round. And the winner of this series clinches home field for the whole thing.
Kind of funny how the schedule worked out this way. You know, you get the top 2 teams playing, and then seems like meaningless games, but like you said, there is still a lot to play for, even though they both clinched.
Called strike 1-1. Yeah, it might be to the point where maybe, you know, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things depending on how the first round works out, but bragging rights on the line, and also if they both happen to move on, then you do have home field advantage for the whole thing. Check swing, roll to strike anyway, and it's 1-2. Second time the Blue Sox have made it in their team history to the playoffs. Lafayette's first in their second season. Ground ball to shortstop. Throw to first by Kirkpatrick. Retires Heffron for the second out.
Biggest thing tonight, teams are just hoping to get the game in, because like we said, you can see the skies on the picture right now. It was a little bit darker about, honestly, just a couple minutes ago. It's shifting north, but a lot of wind tonight. That's something to watch for with any ball hit in the air. we talked about, it's hard to hit home runs here, but maybe they're gonna get a few helped out this evening.
Dougie Parks, I just talked about him. Boy, he's had an impressive season for the Lafayette Aviators from Eastern Illinois. Takes a ball. He rarely has a night where he doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, hitting .350 on the season, third best average in the Prospect League. So the guy who finds ways to get on, like we talked about.
Gets a strike here. It's 1-1. He's actually, he's not going to catch Ferguson in the home run race, but if he could bat well in his last 2 games, he might win the batting title, and then have 2 of the 3 out of the triple crown.
That'd be incredible. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to get that home run total. His teammate Brian Sharp is a little bit closer. He's third in the Prospect League in home runs with 11, so be a little bit tougher for Parks to get that. But nonetheless, like you said, he's having a fantastic year.
And now it's starting to rain. There's a swing and a foul tip, 2-2. We knew this was coming.
Just a matter of when.
Yep.
Go figure it comes now once all the dark clouds are out of the system.
Yeah, well, they're rolling in. Low clouds are rolling in, and there was a cold front coming through, and it just.
Question's going to be, was it going to take
right
for a delay?
Ground ball foul.
You saw last Friday that took a bat flying into the stands. Tonight, is it just going to take maybe one wild pitch, an exceptionally wild pitch? Herzing's got to keep drying his hand as much as he can. Get that on the pants or the jersey, wherever you can.
2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Parks ropes it to left field, and ball will be cut off by Murphy. Parks with a 2-out single, and that's basically what the number suggested is he's going to be a tough out. And he was right on that ball. Hits it out into left field.
Yeah, absolutely. But Murphy did a great job for where that was hit and how it was kind of tailing away from him. He did a good job of getting that into second base in time, because Parks was rounding first, thinking about second for a good bit there, but decided not to keep the wheels going.
Here's Logan Beeman, DH/pitcher here this evening, trying to help himself out early. Lefty-lefty matchup, checks his swing on a pitch low.
Yeah, you want to have him in the lineup, even if he's on the mound. He's got a .333 batting average, 8th best in the Prospect League, and is 2nd in runs batted in. So they love having this option.
Ball hit the third. Gulikowski's got it. He'll throw to first, and that will retire the side here in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half here, give you the Blue Sox lineup tonight, brought to you by the Butler Armco Credit Union. Leading off will be the center fielder, number 3, Stefan Mercancha, followed by the third baseman, number 22, Brady Gulikowski. In the 3 spot, it'll be the DH tonight, number 8, Calvin Scott, followed by the cleanup hitter, number 10, Tanner Murphy. And it'll be the catcher, number 7, Ray Gonzalez, followed by the second baseman, number 13, Maven Parks. Number 41, the first baseman, Patrick Ferguson, will hit 7th, followed by the shortstop, number 1, Justin Kirkpatrick, in the 8th hole, and rounding out the order will be the right fielder, number 17, Diamond Award winner, Ben Carew.
Yeah, Ben was just recognized before the game. That's a nice award. We heard owner Wink Robinson talking about how that's not always for the best player overall. So that's something it means a little extra when a player gets recognized for something like that.
And the pitcher tonight is just made the last out last inning. That'll be number 7 left-hander Logan Beeman from Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, like we talked about with Beeman, he's in there as the designated hitter, batting cleanup at that. Not like he's batting 9th or anything, but he's also on the mound tonight. So a unique situation. The left-hander coming in. We're seeing the rain get picked up. It was just slowing down a moment ago, but all of a sudden starting to become a factor again. A little bit heavier too here, Jaron.
Yeah, just enough to make the people put their umbrellas down and then have to get them right back out. Defensively for the Lafayette Aviators, it's Narenshield behind home plate, Kennedy at first, Schrader at second, Parks at third, Sharp at short, Heffron in left, Burtis in center, and Claycamp is the right fielder.
Those numbers on Beeman, though, apologies for that. 3-2 on the season with a .633 ERA, 9 appearances, 4 starts. In 27 innings pitched, he struck out 19, walked only 3, but given up 34 base hits.
Mercancha is going to walk to the plate here and get things going in the bottom of the first. be a nice one night on fireworks night, Joel, if it didn't rain.
These last few, it's been a little less than desirable, to say the least.
Mercandre watches the first pitch miss. Our home plate umpire tonight, Matthew Malik. Garrett Proper is on the bases. And pitch misses as well. So 2-0 start for Mercandre. See Murphy in the leadoff spot a lot this summer. He's taking the cleanup spot tonight with. This pitch is going to be a called strike with Meeker out of the lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little changing things up a little bit. You talked about how Murphy leads the team with 16 doubles, so almost why not keep your extra base hit threat down lower.
2-1's high.
Marcandre's been on a roll lately too, as we talked about, hitting 280 overall now in the season. But had his struggles batting leadoff in innings, 174 average in those circumstances.
3-1, he pops way up there. Third baseman Parks giving it a look. Left fielder racing after it and makes the catch out there. Heffron with a nice play for the first out. And as he does that, the heavens open up.
It's like a switch got turned on, Jared.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's, yeah, right. It's like somebody turned the faucet on.
They're still out there right now. No official word from the umpires.
Somebody's got to throw their bat first, I think. Oh, it's raining sideways.
It's all over the place.
Yep. Well, we're going to put our stats away for now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my laptop getting wet. Everything else is all right for the moment.
Not trying to get fried.
No.
Golakowski up there. That's the here's the trouble of it as a hitter too, is keeping your hands on those gloves they make. You know, a lot of times we see, especially the NFL ones that those guys have. Those are pretty sticky, but you know, you still gotta keep them dry nonetheless.
Golakowski the ball to left field. Heffron's got it. 2 away.
Two putouts to the same spot for the Blue Sox to start this frame. But, yeah, we've talked about this a few times here, Jan. This team has been it's been on a heck of a roll, really, since the end of June, the start of July. They were 13-13 at the time. And, you know, really just kind of in the middle of the pack. And, you know, what we always said on broadcast was, boy, they're just hoping to find a way to get in, whatever it takes. You know, maybe just get that second spot, probably not win it. But they've been on a roll, and since then, just, you know, 23-9 since the start of July. The first pitch to Scott, a little bit high for a ball.
Still raining.
Still playing.
Still playing. And another ball. Scott needs, he broke the franchise record for walks last night.
He really
needs one stolen base to tie the franchise record at 28.
Still leading the league, but
yes.
Yeah, that'd be impressive to set the franchise record.
That walks record stood from 2010. There's a little roller to shortstop, and the throw will get Scott to end the inning. 6-3 put out sharp to Kennedy. Blue Sox go 1-2-3 in the first. We'll go to the second here, scoreless in Butler. Looks like we're going to go into a rain delay here. And so everybody came off the field. So I think we're going to have to step aside for a little bit here. We'll put up some notifications on Facebook and Twitter when we get back underway. But for now, we're in a rain delay. Top of the second, scoreless.
All right, after a bit of a rain delay here, we're ready to roll again from Kelly Automotive Park. I'm Joel Norman, shortly joined by Jaron Steele here. First pitch as we get back underway just outside to Trey Burtis. Looks like the Blue Sox may have made a pitching change here. No, I apologize. Herzing is still out there. Swing and a miss from Burtis there. Count moves to 1-1. After a scoreless first inning from both sides, the clouds opened up and it got a little bit rainy here at Kelly Automotive Park. Substantially smaller crowd now, which you might understand. Lasted about an hour plus. Just a bit over. 1-1 count now as Herzing kicks and delivers. Swung on and missed by Burtis. The count 1-2 now. Back in the first inning about an hour ago, Lafayette collected one base hit with 2 outs. And then that was it after another ground out. 3 ground outs in the inning. Herzing generating a lot of soft contact. 1-2 pitch is high to Burtis. And in the bottom half of the first, Blue Sox went down 1-2-3 before the clouds, as I mentioned, opened up. And we were forced to go into a rain delay. Important game, though, nonetheless. They wanted to get it in. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Burtis goes down looking on a pitch that he thought about there, but chose not to swing at. One away here in the top of the second inning. That brings up Evan Kennedy now, first baseman of tonight's ball game, hitting .287 on the season. Lafayette, a strong offensive team, 4th best batting average as a team in the Prospect League. As we mentioned before, though, struggling on the road. Kennedy takes a strike. First strikeout of the evening there for the left-hander Herzing. Kicks and delivers the 0-1, a little bit low. This guy's a lot friendlier now than they were even just a half an hour ago. 1-1 pitch from Herzing in the dirt. Apologies, actually off the turf. Dirt. Count moves to 2-1. I was saying before, though, the average for Lafayette has changed a lot on the home and road, hitting .303 at home. Came into tonight's ball game hitting .246 on the road. This one nips the bottom of the strike zone, moves the count even. 2-2 now. 1 out in the inning. Herzing looking for back-to-back strikeouts here. Would love to get the lefty Kennedy out. Here's the 2-2. A little bit high. Kennedy gives a slight duck to that one. Tough part of the lineup, really over for Herzing, but still some dangerous batters at the bottom. Low pitch called, strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts looking for Herzing to start the top of the second inning. Now that one, Kennedy knew almost immediately he should have offered that. It looked like a strong slider on the outside. Nice pitch from Herzing, back-to-back strikeouts though. First pitch is a called strike now to the catcher, Ryan Nernshield.
All right. I'm finally ready.
Jaron's back. You missed a little.
Couple strikeouts. Oh, jeez. Couldn't lay off. A good curveball from Herzing. Wow, that was a wild rain delay, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It looked like the worst of it had gone by, but... Ooh, that looked good.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what the earlier strike he called. But it did a damage to our scoreboard, it looks like, out there. They got lines and stuff going on. I'm not sure what's going on out there.
About halfway through the delay, I noticed that too. That was a little surprising, to say the least.
It's just in the second inning here. That's a curveball right there. Hey, good way to come out of a rain delay for a pitcher. 3 straight strikeouts.
All looking, too. Wow.
So, that was about an hour rain delay?
I'd say a little over an hour.
Yeah, so we got the field about ready to go, and then it started raining again, so we had to wait that out. And now the biggest problem is, if you see on your screen, behind home plate, there's a bunch of, I guess you'd call it kitty litter, kind of sand, I guess. It's not really dirt. It's just rocks, pebbles.
Yeah.
And we had to push a bunch of water around, get that all taken care of.
Yeah, the funny thing, though, about this is we don't treat the outfield like the warning track. Yeah, I mean, you can see a lot of puddles out there right now. That's going to be interesting going forward in this game. If that becomes a factor, if a guy just slips at the base of the wall, that could be problematic. But, yeah, you're right. You know, it is a turf field, grass outfield, so that's something to watch for, too, if guys slip out there a little bit. But, yeah, just getting behind home plate ready, you have to work on that. You can't leave it there because you can't have an injury of a catcher going back there trying to play a ball, and then the run comes in to score without a throw because he slipped. So you got to do it even if it's just a little thing.
Also, the actual infield was underwater for a little while, but thankfully that drained off pretty well.
Yeah, but we're back at last.
Yeah.
Ready to play some baseball. Good second inning for Herzing, too.
Yeah. The delay did not bother him. Usually an hour delay for a pitcher is a bad thing.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be back out. That's when I first saw it. I didn't see the number. I mean, I wondered if there was a change. I thought it might have been Switalski, but no, Herzing's still in there. And that's impressive. I mean, we saw him throwing underneath the first base side here under the seats. He was throwing for the bulk of that delay, whether it was light tossing or it was just getting harder as he got closer to getting back. But you got to do whatever it takes. You got to stay loose in a situation like that.
Yeah, and looks like Lafayette's going to stay with Logan Beeman. So neither pitcher will go out. A pair of lefties going against each other tonight. Beeman also the cleanup hitter this evening.
Yeah, he's got a heck of a bat, so you love having him in there. BlueSox going to lead off with Tanner Murphy, then Ray Gonzalez and Paven Parks to follow, and we'll see from there. But this middle of the order really strong for the BlueSox, especially as of late, Jaron. We talked about it before. Murphy leads the team in doubles with 16. Gonzalez had a fantastic July, and Parks has really come around it lately as well, too. So it's a nice middle of the order that they boast here.
Yeah, and that's Tanner Murphy, we mentioned earlier, was a cleanup or leadoff hitter for a lot of the season, but he can definitely work as a cleanup hitter too, seeing as how his tops on the team in doubles.
Yeah,
and near the top of the league too. Here's the 1-0 from Logan Beeman. Check swing, but looks like Tanner went around, and we even accounted one apiece. Here's the 1-1. Curveball falls through the zone and out of the zone, makes it 2-1. See if we can get a look at if any other games are going on here this evening. Pitch misses. No. Murphy ahead 3-1. See if the internet will want to work here.
I got a few.
Oh, there you go.
Terre Haute defeated Springfield earlier, 5-2.
Huge win for the Rex. Called strike here, full count, because they're just a half game ahead of the Danville Dans in the standings. And
that's right.
A doubleheader today for them, so they kind of have to win both to maintain that one-game lead going into the final day of the season. There's a swing through. I think that got a piece of the catcher's equipment.
Yeah, right now Malik's pointing to it, saying you dropped that.
Or maybe that's.
I'm not sure if that's on Murphy's equipment or no. It's with the catcher and Earnshield. That's odd. But look at some of the other scores you mentioned. Quincy's up 1-0 on Danville. Kokomo is up 6-2 on West Virginia in the 5th.
Well popped out of the stadium.
And that second game of that doubleheader, as you mentioned, Terre Haute currently leading Springfield 2-1, bottom of the 3rd right there.
Yeah, they can clinch today if they win in both games and Danville loses, and then we'll have our 4 playoff teams set.
Champion City and Chillicothe are supposed to start 7. Must be in a rain delay, though.
Good at bat here by Tanner Murphy. He gets a pitch low for ball 4 after fouling a couple off. Draws a leadoff walk here.
We talked about Murphy being down in the cleanup spot, but sometimes when you're there, you're still going to lead some innings off, especially get a 1-2-3 first. And Murphy, back in that a similar spot as a leadoff batter, just getting on there with the walk.
It's Ray Gonzalez's turn. Paven Parks on deck. Decent lead from Murphy. Here's the pitch. It's right there for a called strike. tomorrow's probable for Lafayette is to be determined, and for Butler, it's Brady Gulikowski.
That should be fun.
Yeah, they're going to have a little fun tomorrow. Oh, look out. Foul ball into the net. Thankfully, that net was there to hold that thing from flying into the stands there.
I'm looking up there right now in the grandstand this year. The general admission people would have not quite been ready for that. A lot of fans have moved out of there now, though, fortunately. Decent amount stuck around after that rain delay. It's tough, waiting an hour with nothing to do, so you understand why people leave, but nice to still have a lot of people here.
Oh, inside. Yeah, not only are there a lot of people here, but hopefully we get a lot of people here next
Monday, starting Monday.
Starting Monday, and then hopefully
if necessary.
Tuesday.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not necessary, but then and after that, if it works out, we'll play for a championship here. But we got a long way to go. West Virginia is obviously a very tough team. Here's a pop-up. And racing after. It's the third baseman out there, Parks, but I don't think he's going to be able to get that one.
Boy, I'll tell you what, though, Jaron, just watching that ball go up, I lost it. And the lights and in the sky. So I can only imagine what's going to be like. We get a lot of pop-ups in the infield here because the combination of this sky that's in between getting to complete black and still a few clouds out there, combine that with the lights, and this is going to be interesting. The communication between the infielders has to be spot on.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. This pitch high, 2-2 now.
Like that's not just with one guy calling others off. That's maybe another guy telling his teammates, saying that's to your right. Maybe you don't see it. It's your right. You gotta be talking the whole time.
Here's a 2-2 line. Flare into right center. That'll get down. Murphy goes around second. He'll be at third. First and third, nobody out after a single by Gonzalez. The ball just kind of looped out there, but it landed perfectly out in the right center gap.
Right exactly where you want to put it. Just well past the infield, but just a little bit of a flare going to the opposite field, too. Good work by Gonzalez. First and third, no outs for the BlueSox, too. It's a great situation.
Yeah, great opportunity early on against Beeman here, who has given up some runs this year, but boy, did you see that one pitcher for them, Depperman? He has 108 strikeouts.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Top pitcher though, really in the prospect league. I believe he was their ERA leader as well.
Called strike the Parks. Yeah, they have what makes Lafayette so dangerous is they have the clear best hitter in the league, I believe, in Dougie Parks, and they have the clear best pitcher in the league. And I'm sure he's going game one.
You would think
for their playoffs on Sunday. Here's the pitch. A little chopper off the plate. One play, that's the first. And Beeman will fire to Kennedy to get Parks for the first out.
Good call by Murphy not to go home there. There was plenty of time to make a play. It's not like Beeman was rushed at all, because if he fields that and Murphy's coming towards the plate, he gets him pretty easily. But as we so often say, it works as pretty much as good as a bunt, really. You got Gonzalez at second. You eliminate the double play option, so not a wasted at bat.
Kennedy playing in line with the bag. First pitch is low to Patrick Ferguson.
Yeah, you're right. He is even with the bag. Obviously, you expect Ferguson to pull, but still, that's pretty far into shift.
Ooh, got a fastball. Check the swing, takes a strike.
I think what surprises me the most is how close to the bag he is, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to play him down the line, then have second baseman Nick Schrader out farther to the right.
Foul tip. Yeah, if you're in that, and just play behind the bag.
Yeah, at that point. I mean, these teams don't shift a lot. Obviously, you don't see each other as often, but
right, there's not a lot of data on guys.
It's only the third time, of course, they've seen Ferguson, but there's a lot of communication with the infield. We've seen Schrader at second moving all over the place.
Here comes the 1-2. Ferguson takes outside. Framed up for a while by Narenshield, but did not get a bite.
Tried to hold it. Yeah, you got to get those catchers' framing statistics, which are really interesting. You ever looked into those at the major league level?
Yeah, a little bit.
They're fun to look at.
They always were, as Ferguson strikes out here for the second out. they were. I think Russell Martin was always one near the top during that.
He's been up there. I use a Stat Corner. They do a great job at analyzing all of them. 2 years ago on their website, Francesco Cervelli was the best catcher as a framer, at least. They just look at pitch framing, not the other defensive capabilities.
Kirkpatrick takes outside here. Second and third here.
Infield pretty far back, though, for Kirkpatrick. I know you're not going to go for a play at the plate with 2 outs, but still, just a little surprise with him.
1-0 high. Carew on deck.
So often when you get to the bottom of lineups, you see some faster guys down there. Maybe not the best hitters, but these are guys who find ways to get on base through their speed, through their patience. So that's why I'm just so surprised at how far back the infielders are playing.
Time called. And they didn't like the signs there. It's a little confusion, so gonna have a quick battery meeting.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick this season is hitless in 3 at-bats with runners in scoring position, hitting .250 just with runners in scoring position.
Quincy has extended that lead to 4-1 on Danville. Hard hit grounder to third. Parks has it. Throw to first. Will retire the side. Blue Sox will strand 2 runners in scoring position here. We'll go to the third. Still scoreless at Kelly Automotive Park.
It's time for each and every one of us to face a very troubling fact. There exists a significant heroin and opioid epidemic in not only Butler County, but elsewhere across the country. I'm Rich Goldinger, the District Attorney of Butler County. This is my backyard and yours too. Together, we can work to eradicate the high-level drug dealers that supply these drugs to those using them. Heroin and opioid abuse does not discriminate. Users come from all economic backgrounds, are male and female, and may be teenagers or middle-aged adults. With your help and in conjunction with the Butler County Drug Task Force and the Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General, we can target those dealers who bring this poison into our county. Please report any suspicious activity to your local law enforcement agency, the Pennsylvania State Police, or to my office. This is our ballpark. This is our county. This is our backyard. Let's all say, not in my backyard. Please enjoy tonight's Blue Sox game.
Nick Schrader leads off for the Lafayette Aviators. Top of the third, scoreless ball game. We had an hour rain delay that's kind of slowed things down here tonight. But the good news is that it looks like that front is passed. It's a lot cooler out now.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was just thinking this really feels like September baseball almost when you get some of those colder games. Not to mention we get the postseason right around the corner here. You know, it feels like a fall day right now.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch from Jack Herzing. It's fouled straight back. Schrader, who goes to University of Wisconsin Whitewater, which I believe is one of the Division III baseball or football powerhouses every year with Mount Union.
I believe you're correct. Yeah, Mount Union's put us some incredible teams out there.
Yeah, they seem like they're always one of the teams that's always fighting Mount Union for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 delivery from Herzing, chopped to short. Kirkpatrick racing in, he's got it. Throw to first in time. 6-3 goes Schrader, 1 away.
Now batting number 32, right fielder Sam Clayton.
So with those 3 strikeouts last inning for Herzing, he's already only 4 away from matching his single game best in a Prospect League game. That was last season when he did it with the Blue Sox. It was June 23rd against Kokomo. He struck out 7 in that ball game.
Sam Claycamp. It's a really good name, Claycamp. They got some great names on this team. They got Nairnshield, Burtis, Dougie Parks, which is just an awesome baseball name.
Hightower's a great name.
Hightower. They got a Riley Potts. They got a Kyle Schwager.
Sleeman.
It's great. It's a great baseball team name. Ground ball to third. Gulikowski's got it, and he throws low. It picked by Ferguson for the second out.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 9, the shortstop, Brian Sharp.
Goes down to the top of the order, and Brian Sharp grounded back to the pitcher before the rain delay. To lead off the ball game here tonight. I like Lafayette's clean look. They got although not big of the white pants on at home or on the road.
Either.
I mean,
I'm not either. White pants on the road is a cardinal sin.
Pitch inside. But I do like the blue and gold.
It's a good look. Blue and
look.
gold it's hard to mess up. You know, whatever shades of it you use, they always seem to match together real nicely.
Here's the 1-0. Ooh, nasty breaker.
That was a great curveball. You could just see that ball almost just stop in the air for a moment and then just break down at the last second. That's a hitter. That's frustrating.
1-1 fastball fouled off. I barely got a piece of that.
That's what makes this game so tough. Is 1 second the guy's throwing at you 90 miles per hour, next second 76 mile per hour curve. It's just that difference in speed and the velocity. It's so tough to detect.
That's what Kellen always says. He says that's why he has trust issues, because he thinks a 90-mile-an-hour fastball is coming, and then it's just nothing. There's a strikeout for Herzing to end the inning. That is his 4th K through 3.
All right, ladies and
And
gentlemen,
second straight 1-2-3 inning.
to the field. We are
We'll go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning with the Blue Sox and Lafayette Aviators scoreless.
Lucas. Ben Carew.
Ben Carew leads off the 3rd. He's ready to go. So is the lefty Beeman. And here's his first pitch. That's a good fastball in there for a strike. Jaron still joined tonight by Joel Norman. And Joel, it's been a
Great night at the ballpark.
yeah,
Nothing
now
else.
it is.
Nothing
Yeah,
else.
nothing's really happened here. There was no rainstorm. There was no.
Nothing happened. No, just
Rage-
another typical night. We're here in the 8th. Oh, wait a sec here.
Yeah,
wait
we're
a
in the
sec.
3rd.
Started at 7,
Like-
delayed for an hour, and 3rd inning.
Might be one of those nights we get some weird baseball. Foul ball by Carew.
There was a game last night, Tigers and Orioles in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And that one, I know they got a couple runs, and the Tigers had a couple solo shots in the first, and then they had some torrential downpour for a while. I was up in Cleveland last night for Yankees-Indians. I got home around 11:30, and I was driving home around 11:30, and they said they're in the 7th.
Carew takes inside here.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
11:30 in the 7th inning, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had some bad rain there, too. It's just a lot of stuff on the East Coast these last couple days.
Yeah, it seems like every weekend we come home here. We had the same deal last Friday.
We did.
Poured down rain.
Yeah. No fireworks tonight during the rain delay.
No, we're going to save those until later, hopefully.
Hopefully they're dried off.
Yeah, really. Hopefully they cover on them out there.
Scoreboard looks better now. That was
Yeah.
having some technical difficulties earlier.
There's a little grounder to short. This could be a tough play. Throw to first, and he's out by a half step. Close play, but it goes the Lafayette's way. Throw by Sharp to Kennedy. One out here in the third.
I thought he beat it, but we'll have to see. I want to see a replay of that one because the way that was thrown over and the way Carew was chugging up the line, I thought he may have beat that. I'm not sure. Having a little trouble with the internet right now, so we'll try and get an update on that in just a moment.
Yes, but it was close. We'll just tell you that. Now Mercanjo with a foul ball just on the other side of the left field line. That was inches from being extra bases, but instead it's a strike.
A little too much wind on that one.
Yeah.
You can feel it right now going a little back and forth, honestly, right now. You see the American flag in center field not really moving too much, but
You can feel it behind us, though.
yeah, I'm feeling it. It's going to get out there eventually.
I think Steph might have. He's just looking for some pine tar.
Watching that replay, it is a bang play. That could have gone either way, honestly. But I thought he got in there just in time. It's hard to tell. Benefit of the doubt to the umpires in that case, really. That's all you can do.
No foul ball straight back this time. Mercanjo down 0-2. Stephen fouled out to left field his first time up. And the 0-2. Grounder to third. Backhanded by Parks. Throw to first is going to get Mercanjo for the second out. Good glove work here by the Aviators in this inning.
They had to make a few tougher plays, but yeah, they fielded them pretty cleanly. That's what you ask. It's, again, we wonder how much this damp field is going to play an effect in today's game. We saw, what was that, 2 weeks ago now when West Virginia was in here, we saw some issues that teams had on just maybe sometimes slipping when you're running in.
Kulikowski with a little flare over the head of Parks. And that will be a base hit on I believe a broken bat single. That bat had an awful sound to it on the swing, but they'll take a 2-out single here. A little flare over the head of Dougie Parks, who leaped up for it but just couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, looking for the bat out there. I didn't see it. It must have just gone taken care of almost immediately. But this is what we talked about with Kulikowski a couple broadcasts ago. Maybe just needing that one hit. He had one hit in his last 31 at-bats. You look at these last 3 games now. He's currently riding a 4-game hit streak with a couple of multi-hit games in there.
Step off and throw over. Not much deception from Beeman on that one.
Yeah, Kulikowski, he's turned things around these last few. That series with Chillicothe, he had a pair of the multi-hit games. So sometimes just getting out of those funks with a flare helps out.
Ooh, Scott just takes a pitch outside. He needs a walk here to
tie that stolen base record. Is it?
He needs a stolen base to tie and a walk to break.
Okay.
He's tied right now with Logan Oxford. Well, that stood for since 2010. That single season walks record. 2-0 here.
Second season of existence.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive.
Calvin's had a great summer. He leads the team in on-base percentage. He's just been he's just a wonderful guy to have on your team. Just a solid rock that you put in the middle of the order.
6 straight games with at least 1 walk in them.
I don't know. That one, the other 2 look closer than that one.
They
The
did.
curveball that missed near the shins, but it's ruled a strike. Must have fell through the zone pretty early or something.
Yeah, 10 walks for Scott in his last 6 games. Got at least one every game. That's incredible. On base percentage up to .431.
Hard hit ball, but foul. On base machine.
I'm just looking at it. He hasn't had back-to-back games without getting a walk in them since July 16th and 18th versus Champion City and Chillicothe, respectively. That's incredible. So we're talking the middle of July. It's the last time he didn't do that. Wow.
We're into August now. Bouncer in, full count now, and that will allow Brady Kulikowski to take off from first base.
Don't remind me we're in August. I got school next 2 weeks from now. A little less than 2 weeks from now. The 16th I start up.
Oh, my. Sorry to hear that. They'll be doing high school football by that point.
Yeah, that'll be starting up just about after. It's always Labor Day weekend. It usually starts up, right? Yeah, college football right after.
Pitch inside, ball 4, 2 men on, and now that'll allow Tanner Murphy to come to the plate.
And you got the walk.
Yeah, that's he breaks the record. You're right.
I thought.
Oh, jeez, how did I forget?
You had it on a platter.
I
for
did.
you.
So he does break the walks record now with, I believe, his 37th walk of the summer. Maybe 39th. I might be wrong on that.
That is.
No, 37. I was right.
37.
Should never second guess yourself. 37. Now he's got a guy in front of him, though, so it's going to be hard to steal a base here.
Yeah, you need a double steal almost.
Murphy fouls it out of the stadium.
2-out action though, right here from the Blue Sox. This is what we love to see. We've seen this a lot. We saw it a lot in July, at least. Yeah, they found ways to get runners on, even when the inning looked like it was about to end, and that's a huge thing to do.
Oh, 1. Ooh, looked slow, but it's ruled a strike. Murphy didn't like the call. Now he's got a battle down 0-2. Two-out lightning here. Hopefully it'll be completed.
It's just some lightning out in the sky a moment ago. Don't tell the umpires.
I was going to say. What the heck's going on? These guys, Beeman and Nernshield, have not been on the same page a lot tonight.
We've had several discussions.
Yeah, third or fourth time they went out and had to talk about signs or what pitch to throw. Beeman doesn't seem to have a lot of trust. He wants to throw one thing, and Nernshield wants to throw the other. At least that's how it appears.
It looks like it.
We can't eavesdrop on their conversation, but
you just
well
see that
outside.
look. You see that look Nernshield kind of gave him way outside. And just, what the heck was that? You know, it's almost what he said.
Oh,
I
don't think they're on the same page. They're like a chapter apart right now.
Nernshield gave him a stern look right after that fastball was outside, and then he just gave him a gesture as in, what do you want? It's
interesting because they both go to Eastern Illinois, so you'd think.
Sometimes that familiarity might be the thing. Maybe Nernshield's saying, you throw this better. Why aren't you throwing that?
Yeah, maybe a little brotherly love.
Exactly.
1-2, tough love. Pitch is roll the ball.
Nernshield looked like he was ready to toss over to third.
Yeah, and the thing about it is it's the end of the inning, so there's no reason to do that anyway. Yeah. Now the runners will be, I think it's 3-2, right?
2-2 on the scoreboard. We'll have to see, though. I thought it was 3-2 as well.
I believe it is. I think both runners will be going here.
Umpires are usually pretty good with this.
Check of the runner, and here's the pitch. Murphy with a ground ball to second, fielded by Schneider, and the throw will be in time to end the innings. So that's the second straight inning. The Blue Sox have stranded 2 runners. No runs, a hit, no errors, and we'll go to the 4th, still scoreless here in Butler.
Leading off in the top of the fourth inning for Lafayette, number 13. Left fielder,
On to the fourth here
Heffer.
with Heffron leading off. We'll take a pitch high.
So, Jaron, it wasn't just Butler, PA, struck by the rain. The Pittsburgh Pirates game was against the San Diego Padres was delayed. They are just getting underway now.
So we beat them, although they do have a dirt infield.
That is correct.
But they also have a ground crew of about 100 people.
They do, but the way Major League Baseball treasures its fields,
That's true.
You know, they will not take any risks or start too early. Not to say we don't value Kelly Automotive Park.
Ground ball to shortstop. Kirkpatrick has it. Throw to first. Is in time. Yeah, pushing that rake and that broom out there. I'll tell you, I was valuing it real well.
Hey, you know, I was just gonna say, Jaron. You know, we had vastly different experiences than, say, the Pirates broadcasters did. The Pirates social media account.
Yeah. Bob Block ain't going out on the field.
He's not doing that. You know, on the Pirates Twitter, they had the Pirates broadcasters playing Jenga with the Padres broadcasters, and Joe Block just tweeted he played Connect 4 with Bob Block.
Oh, nice.
Meanwhile, you're on the field. I was working on a homework assignment, so, I mean, it's not all leisure here in the Prospect League.
No, it is not. Swing and a miss from Dougie Parks. Big cut. He chased, looked like a high fastball there. No, that corner's still looking pretty good down
I
there.
think you did a fantastic job.
I got to give Lucas part of the credit, too. He was helping out. Whoa, wow.
Get into the stance.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
that hit the plate, and then it hit Gonzalez's helmet.
Thought that had a
Mask,
chance.
I guess. Yeah.
I thought he was going to jump over the netting there.
Ball's
Hey,
probably no good now since it got water all over it.
Throw it away. Bring it back later.
Yeah, let it dry. 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, it looked like, from Herzing there.
Definitely some off-speed stuff, but that didn't change much horizontally. So I think that was a changeup.
Straight change. That's a rarity for Jack. He's a fastball, curveball guy most of the time. And now he went with a curveball, and that ball is lifted to center field. Going after it is Marconja. He dives, and he makes a fantastic catch in center field. Oh, my goodness. He takes away a hit from the best hitter in the Prospect League. What a play out in center field.
That was a special catch by Stefan Marconja. Boy, speed kills. That was a heck of a
Catch of the
play.
year.
I think that's got to be up there. I'm just waiting for it to show up on the replay here. Wow.
Ball issued to Beeman.
It's so hard to see on the shot here, unfortunately, but it doesn't do justice. That ball was hit out there. Unfortunately, the glare a little tough to tell, but boy, Marconja covered a lot of ground there. Just looking at where he started on this ball, just dead away center field, gets into left center, makes a fantastic grab.
2-0 is fouled out of the stadium. But how about Stefan Marconja out there?
Catch of the year.
And Jack Herzing did a full 360 with a fist pump going on the mound. Just absolutely fired up. Here's a 2-1. It's low. Jack's a funny kid. I got to know him a little bit during our trip down to Champion City a couple weeks ago. And he's definitely one of the guys on the team that keeps things loose. Little roller to second base. Parks has it, and the throw will retire. The side here in the fourth, and for the third straight inning, the Lafayette Aviators are set down in order. We'll go to the bottom half with the score still tied at 0 here in Butler.
Everyone's favorite part of the week is Thursday because that means it's Thirsty Thursday. Come out to Kelly Automotive Park each Thursday to support your favorite hometown team, the Butler BlueSox, and enjoy our special concession prices, including $1 draft beers and 50-cent pops. Tickets start at just $7 and can be purchased online at butlerbluesox.net and or by phone at 724-256-9994. Let's go Blue Sox.
Ray Gonzalez leads off here in the 4th inning. He singled his last time up. And so far tonight, the Blue Sox have 2 hits. Neither one of them hit all that hard, while the Aviators have 1 hit. And pitchers have definitely had the upper hand here. Jack Kersing's been outstanding since the rain delay.
Yeah, 4 strikeouts, 10 straight retired. Fantastic work thus far. All 4 of those strikeouts have come since the rain delay ended.
Hard grounder past Cody Harold at 3rd.
No one out in the bullpen out there for the Aviators. Usually we see a couple of relievers kind of just waiting, but it looks like they're all just in the dugout.
Yeah, they decided to hang out together tonight in the dugout. But I do want to mention, while I have a chance, the Blue Sox have set new records for team overall in home runs and doubles. They have an opportunity to set a record in triples if they get a couple in these last 2 games. But
we've had a couple guys, just singular players.
Yeah.
Individual records have been broken as well.
Patrick Ferguson has set a new home run record.
That's almost old news now, though, right?
Yeah, right. That's been a while. Calvin Scott with the new walks record. Gonzalez strikes out on a wipeout curveball.
Now batting number 13.
But also, we have Josh Lapiana has set a new K for 9 innings record.
That's right.
And actually, Connor Coward would have broken it as well, but he's just behind Lapiana in that category. So it's just been an outstanding season for the Blue Sox, and that's why they are, division champions. Whenever you can do things like that. Ball hit well to right field on 1 hop. It is fielded out there by Claycamp, but that is a single for Pavin Parks. He turned on a first pitch there, just smashes it out into right field.
Well, he roped that one out there, and I was afraid for a second he hit it too hard, and we might have a 9-3 putout because of how strongly that was hit. But he got up the line in plenty of time, but I just made great contact on that ball.
Well, that brings up Ferguson.
He's due for a dinger.
Yeah, he's due for absolutely due for a home run, due for a hit.
7 straight games now without a home run. 2 hits in his last 5 games. Before that, he had a nice little hitting streak going. About 6 games.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch, fouled straight into the net.
Last home run he had, of course, was against Champion City on the road back on July 22nd. Solo shot, of course. So
Yeah.
that's all he hits.
For the most part, you're right.
Not like it's his fault, though.
No. That ball hit well down the left field line, but it'll curl out of play and make it out of the stadium as well. Now Ferguson in a hole, 1-2. Just looking to put the ball in play. It's just been rough for him this summer. It seems like a lot of times when he gets in these types of situations, it's hard for him to go the other way. He seems like a dead pull
still
hitter.
wants to pull the ball.
I don't think it's I don't necessarily if he they tried to wait back on that one, fouled it off, but I just think it's his swing in general.
Think so?
It's just something that just doesn't go the other way that often.
You've seen a lot of hitters like that. It's tough to just change that approach when you're used to pulling the ball and you've had success pulling the ball as he has with the home runs. It's in a lot of ways you're thinking I'm at my best maybe if I'm given a full out swing. And it's debatable. In a lot of ways I see both sides of that argument. But you look at it right now, bit of a shift, huge gap between second and third.
Yeah,
They learned what he does.
Right.
If he can just pull one to that side, I don't know if maybe that's taking a little off the swing. Maybe that's just timing the pitch right.
This is a legit shift except for the third baseman. I don't understand why the third baseman's still playing.
If I were him,
that
I'd
close.
be at the shortstop spot.
The ball popped up way up on the infield. And third baseman out there. Parks makes the catch for the out, for the second out.
Now batting number 1, the shortstop, Justin Kirkpatrick.
So that brings up Kirkpatrick. Single, or grounded out to third his first time up. Parks at first with a single with 2 outs. Scoreless ball game here. Parks will take off. Here's the pitch. It's swung on a miss. Throw down, and Parks is going to be there because the ball gets away from Schrader. Still, actually, it hit him. The ball hit him. Right, it looks like right in the arm.
Yeah, he's swinging it around right now. That's a stinger. 11 steal of the season, though, for Parks. 11 for 16 now. Excuse me, 15.
Yeah, got a great read there. The ball wasn't even pitched yet by the time he had taken off. He just.
That's risky with lefties, though, because they can quickly adjust. But, you know, he committed to it. He went all out, and Beeman wasn't able to get him.
He almost went when that foot moved a little bit forward.
That's what I thought.
So that's about as good of a read as you can get. Kirkpatrick will hit the ball to right field, but it's right to Claycamp out there, and he'll make the catch for the final out here in the fourth. Pitchers have had their way here, scoreless as we go to the fifth.
Leading off in the top of the fifth for the Lafayette Aviators, number 3.
On to the fifth here. Scoreless ball game so far. 1 hit for the Lafayette Aviators, 3 for the Blue Sox. No errors on either team. Jack Herzing on the hill here, and he gets a fastball in there for a strike to Burtis. Trey Burtis, center fielder for the Aviators this evening, which is just short of 9:30 here in Butler. Called strike, 0-2. Herzing. It sounds like we got some fire trucks going behind us.
Well, a lot of rain. You got to wonder if there was a little bit of flooding to some extent. Fortunately, it has stopped. But
hopefully not, or maybe even possibly some, roads being.
Very true. Just got to close some off. Maybe there's some
check
issues.
swing. They say he went around, and Burtis says, "No, I did not," as he smashes his bat. But his opinion is not one that is going to get the umpire to change his mind. It's a strikeout, and that is now 5 for Herzing.
Put the first swing in.
Yeah, that's right. He's been all in the called strike threes tonight, but let's get a swinging strike there. Evan Kennedy almost takes out his manager, Brent McNeil, with a liner to third.
I'll tell you what, Jaron, right now 65 degrees, a little bit of wind, 6-mile-per-hour wind, but tomorrow at first pitch it's going to be 68.
Really? Wow.
According to my Apple weather app.
It'll feel like it's about 40 degrees
I'll tell you
with
what,
the heat we've had lately. 0-2 on Kennedy. Here's the pitch, and he swings through a curveball for strike 3. Jack Herzing dealing here. Half dozen strikeouts.
Like we said, 1 away from tying that career high in the Prospect League, and that came in an outing where he went 5 1/3 innings pitched, so he's a chance to do that right here in the 5th.
Jack is normally a reliever, but boy, he's come out and pitched well tonight. Foul ball straight back by Nairnshield. And, yeah, he pitched had one start against Champion City, and it was very good. It was very similar to this, where he just had control of the ball game from start to finish. Here's the 0-1. Oh, right there. A little bit low, I guess, and that will even count a one apiece. Terre Haute and Springfield 2-2 in the top of the sixth of the second game of a doubleheader. But the real story is Quincy 5, Danville 1. Danville cannot afford to lose that game, or else they're going to be in some serious trouble. And then Kokomo 9, West Virginia 7 in the top of the eighth, and it looks like Champion City and Chillicothe have yet to get underway, which means they probably rained out.
Yeah, most likely at this point.
Although I know Chillicothe has not rained out a game in like 2 or 3 years. Or maybe their internet's not working tonight. I don't know.
It could be both.
Foul ball here by Nairnshield. Makes it 1-2. Herzing ready to go. And here's the pitch. Ooh, hits Ray Gonzalez right in the mask. Whew.
That's why you wear him.
Yeah.
He looks fine because that's why you wear him.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that mask,
That's a stinger.
that would have balled the eye socket. That was right in the middle of the mask.
Right there, yeah. It probably caught the part in between where it's not caged off, where you can see through it without any of the cage interfering with your eyesight, but nonetheless, a close one.
Yeah. 1-2 again. Fastball hit the left field. And coming in is Murphy, but it'll fall in front of him. As they were playing pretty deep there, and Nairnshield drops in a 2-out single.
First base runner off of Herzing in his last 13 hitters. He had retired 12 in a row. Nice little roll, but 2-out single. If he can get the next out here, obviously won't do much harm then.
Now Schrader grounded out the shortstop his first time up. He's playing second base tonight, and is another lefty in this lineup to face Jack Herzing, who checks the runner at first, and then comes up and hits him, plunks him right in the back. Yeah, makes 2 men on here.
So when you start to get worried about letting that extra runner on when there's 2 outs, and you see you're going to spiral out of it, you're going to take control, try to handle the situation properly. It's a tough spot here for Herzing. He's got 67 pitches. Excuse me, he'll be 68 now. Pitches on the evening.
Strikeouts will rack that pitch count up.
You wonder how much that really hurts a pitcher too. So it depends how you're getting those strikeouts really too, Jared. It's kind of like are there a lot of balls being fouled off, or are there a lot of swings and misses, and 1 strike, 2 strike, and then a 3rd strike.
Yeah, it just looks like the point streak isn't working for Chillicothe tonight. They lead 6-5 in the 7th, or going into the 8th, I should say.
There we go.
So Champion City, who started out the season one of the best teams in the league, is really taken a nosedive at the end of the year, and now finds himself on the outside looking in.
That's a disappointing finish for them, how they started.
2-0, rolled a ball, and now 1 pitch away from loading the bases for Sharp at the top of the order. Herzing goes from 12 in a row set down to now being in danger here. 3-0, fastball right there for a strike. It's often times they will take on that situation, but you'd think, 3-0, you haven't got much going, you're going to get a pitch like that, you almost want to give maybe
you
2
think
outs.
about it. You think about
it. There's pitch outside though. Ball 4, bases loaded. Herzing needs maybe a mound visit here from Josh Forbes, I should say.
It's one of those things, though, Jaron, like I was talking about, like how are you getting these strikeouts to rack up your pitch count? How's that affecting you? Because I was telling you off air earlier, last time I was up in Cleveland, I saw Corey Kluber pitch. He strikes out 11 batters, but he throws 109 pitches. Yeah. That's incredible for that many strikeouts.
Right, he's efficient.
Exactly. So it's how efficient you are with the strikeouts. There's some people in the industry who kind of believe maybe too many strikeouts is bad. I'm more of a fan of how you're getting those strikeouts.
I'm not one of those guys. I want guys to miss bats.
No contact. There's no contact. I say the more strikeouts you get, even if you're not getting as far to the game, I still think that's more important.
Nairnshield at 3rd, Schrader at 2nd, Claycamp at 1st. Here's the pitch inside, 2-0, and now it feels like he might be experiencing what Beeman did last inning, where he's getting a little bit squeezed on the corners. But
That's
that's
tough.
that's tough whenever you got bases loaded here. Now you're in a really tough spot. 2-0.
Can't waste many pitches here. Only 2 balls in the count, but still, you got to get a strike in there.
There, he gets a swinging strike, sharp out in front of it. Yeah, couldn't time the fastball. Two one, fouled out of play. Herzing battling back here.
Sharp hitting .222 on the season with the bases loaded. That's 9 at-bats. He's got 8 RBIs in these situations.
2-2 delivery. Chop foul. Nice piece of hitting there by Sharp to stay alive. Got out in front of what looked like a breaking ball and just got a piece of it to chop it foul.
Got to attack him low here. Make him reach for it or get jammed inside. Don't want to give him a fastball in the zone. You got to, if you're going to have a fastball, it's got to be outside.
Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. He took him up the ladder for strike 3. And, well, Jack Herzig will strike out the side here. But he allowed 3 base runners in between. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 men left stranded by the Lafayette Aviators here in the 5th. We'll go to the bottom half. Still scoreless here in Butler.
Butler Health System number 17, right fielder Ben Carew.
Bottom of the 5th here, still scoreless. And Ben Carew at the plate against Beeman. And Carew swings through the first pitch. Jack, go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of times it seems like Carew's usually a leadoff batter. He's led off in both of his at-bats, but the 9th hitter in the lineup for tonight.
Swings through another one here. Yeah, and just going to say, Jack Herzing last inning kind of worked himself into danger, but then got off the hook.
Yeah, struck out the side, but it doesn't tell the full story.
No, it really doesn't. After he's a single, hit by pitch, and a walk in between. Ooh, Carew has to duck out of the way of a fastball.
Yeah, all 3 of those were in a row after the first 2
Yeah.
strikeouts. So that's what we talk about. So got to get that 3rd out as quick as you can. Don't run that pitch count up.
1-2 delivery. Carew pops it up right back to Beeman, the pitcher, and he'll catch it for the first out.
Now batting number 3, center fielder.
We talked a lot about Herzing. Beeman has been very good. He's allowed just 5 base runners.
3 hits.
Yeah, for the first, 4 and the 3rd innings now.
Yeah, every inning except for that first, though, hasn't been a 1-2-3 inning. So he's had allowed runners on each inning. It's just a matter. Let's see what the Blue Sox can do, though, if they get guys on.
We'll Concha takes outside.
Fans getting a little upset with the strike zone, it looks like.
Yeah, even whenever the Lafayette pitcher's up, they're
Yeah.
still upset at him.
Even
He
when
can't
it's
win.
called a ball.
1-0 bouncer. That's an easy one to judge.
I might have caught the edge.
Yeah. The edge of the turf. (2-0). Popped into left center. This could be tough for them guys to see out there, but it looks like the left fielder Heffron has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting number 22, third baseman Brady.
Lafayette comes in tonight 7-3 in their last 10. The only team better than that is, of course, the home team here tonight, the Butler BlueSox, 8-2 in their last 10.
Hottest team in baseball.
Yeah. Brady Gulikowski at the plate. Here's the pitch. It is a called strike. Gulikowski singled his last time up, a little blooper over the third baseman.
Came into the evening hitting 283 on the season. We talked about before. His average has been, last time it was above 300 was July 18th. Looking to get back there.
Strike. He had a huge two-run homer in that game against Chillicothe on the night we clinched on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. 3-hit night for him as well. That home run, 3 RBIs and 2 runs.
Gulikowski fouls it off. 1-2, 2 outs here.
He's got a little pop on his bat. 7 home runs on the season. I think he's one of those players you're looking at. This is the ideal number 2 hitter.
Yeah,
He has
2 or
some
3.
pop. Yeah, but he gets on base. Yeah, if not 2, then 3, certainly. You know, him and Scott, I think these two could really go either way, second or third in the lineup.
Pitch outside. Not only does he have 7 homers, he's got 11 doubles too. So he's a gap guy too. He can find those holes, and you know, he's just been outstanding all summer. Coming in as a redshirt freshman from NC State, he's just been from day one. Ooh, that pitch is high, and now it's a full count.
It's one of those things too, Jaron, where you look at a guy like him in this spot as a number 2 hitter. We talk so often, they say the spot, the role of the number 2 hitter is to advance the leadoff batter. But more often in recent years, you see a lot of these guys are guys who can also drive him in.
Pitch high, ball 4. There's actually been 2 schools of thought on that recently, that the 2 hitter should actually be your best hitter.
Some teams feel that way. At the college level, a lot of times it's either the 1 or 2 hitter seems to be your best hitter. Number 1, because they just want the guy on base.
Yeah.
Whether he's hitting a home run or not, they want him on base. 2, if you have a couple tremendous hitters, maybe you put one of them 1, and then you put your better hitter 2nd, so at least he's got someone ahead of him who's going to get on. Plus, you want to get him a lot of at-bats.
Yeah, that's right. And Calvin Scott takes a curveball low. Scott, of course, walked last time to set the new Blue Sox record for free passes, 37.
Wants that other record, though.
Logan Uxa held that for years, and now he'll be scratched from the record books. Pitch high, 2-0. And he also, Logan played some professional ball for several years in a couple of different organizations, Reds and Orioles, before his time in pro ball came to an end. I think he made it as high as Double-A.
Okay.
Played for Arkansas State. 2-0 delivery high, and how about that? Calvin Scott
just wants to etch his name further
right
into the record.
And it's not like you're giving him much to swing at either. I mean,
came in with a 279 batting average. Walk, and he grounded out, so it's going to go down a little, but yeah, not one to take any chances.
3-0 takes called strike. Got to commend the people who did stick around here tonight. We had a much bigger crowd earlier, but then some of them decided to hit the streets before they got flooded.
Got to be careful out there.
Scott checks his swing, takes a called strike, and it's now 3-2. That'll allow Brady Gulikowski to take off here with the full count.
Might go and get that coffee, and this might be a long one. No runs yet, and it's 9:42 right now.
That's right. Here's the payoff. Scott with a little bleeder to short. Throw to first will retire Calvin to end the inning. Sharp to Kennedy. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left stranded. We'll go to the sixth. Still scoreless here in Butler. Top of the sixth here.
Left fielder Corey Heffern.
And Corey Heffern will lead off for the Aviators in a scoreless ball game. Heffern with a pair of groundouts to Kirkpatrick at short. He'll take outside here from Herzig.
Of course, it's the most important time of the ball game right here. Top of the sixth, first batter.
Oh, very true. Big Mac.
I know, we're thinking about food right now after
That's
that delay.
right. I'm starving, and we're halfway through this game. That's not a good sign.
Oh, boy.
1/3 of the way there after that strike.
Heffron's got he's got 34 strikeouts on the season in his 165 at-bats now.
Oh, no, ball hit well to right field. Ben Carew going back, still going back to the warning track, to the wall, and he makes the catch out there by the safe light sign for the first out. Nearly an opposite field home run for Heffron, but instead it's a fly out to right field.
Pretty deep on that one, but Carew was able to just keep ranging back and camp under it eventually. Looks like that warning track's gotten a lot better since when this game resumed in the top of the second inning. As we were talking about earlier, I could see some puddles out there. Certainly cause for concern. You don't want guys slipping around out there, but it looks like it has dried up.
Strike called Parks. Boy, he got robbed last time up by Stefan Mercanje in center field.
Something makes me think he's going to be all right. They'll probably end up with a hit by the end of the night anyway.
Well, he already has one, but yeah, he might end up with another one.
Yeah.
1-1, 1 out. And it looks like the Aviators have a pitcher loosening in the bullpen. There's a big cut and miss on a fastball away from Jack Herzing.
Of course, the current pitcher on deck right now.
That's right.
Batting for himself as a designated hitter.
Cannot get a number on the pitcher in the bullpen. The pitch misses low. Number one? Okay, we'll get name to that here shortly. Number one is Jaboris Smith from Alcorn State.
Herzing here looking to set his own personal best strikeout record for a single game.
Here's the payoff. Oh, he got him with a curveball. Parks goes down swinging, and there it is, the new personal best. That's a Blue Sox pitcher for Jack Herzing.
8 on the evening. Mentioned his best was before was 7. That was last year, though. Hadn't quite touched that this season. His high for this season was actually 4 coming into tonight, so boy, he's had it going.
What I really like about Jack is Beeman steps in here, the first pitch. What I really like about Jack is whenever he gets a strikeout, he's out there doing a circle between third and the pitcher's mound. He's just so pumped up on the mound every time he goes out there. Here's the 0-1, and I feel like this rule here, that's a good pitch, is something that suits him a lot better. Not that he's a bad relief pitcher, but the 2 starts he's made this summer, I mean, he's been outstanding.
He has. It's something you have to wonder if maybe if he comes back next summer, if that's a role maybe he steps into more permanently.
0-2, oof, a little bit outside, I guess. Herzing thought that was the end of the inning. So did the fans behind home plate, but we'll go with a pitch just off the corner for ball 1.
You see some guys react differently when they jump in as a spot start, but you're right. He's got a lot of energy tonight.
He tried to take it a little bit further outside that time, but
and we've talked about that
happening.
That passion to a pitcher. Sometimes that can be good, sometimes it can be bad. You know, obviously it looks great when he's, whiffing everyone, but you kind of wonder when things go bad, what happens?
Oh, now it's full count.
His body language tonight has been strong even when he's struggled, which is important, not just for himself, but for the rest of the team. It's a communication thing in a lot of ways. We've seen Garrett Cole of the Pirates really struggle with that at times this year.
Ground ball to shortstop. Kirkpatrick almost ran by it, but is able to backhand it and throw to first for the final out. And Jack just gets right back to his 1, 2, 3 innings here. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th and see if the Aviators look like they are going to bring in a new pitcher here. We'll go to the bottom half. It's still scoreless. New pitcher is Jaboris Smith for the Lafayette Aviators here at the bottom of the 6th. It's a scoreless ball game to this point, and Joel has some numbers on Jaboris so far this summer.
Yeah, the right-hander out of Alcorn State University is 1-1 this summer with a 6.60 ERA. This will be his 17th appearance. Over 46 1/3 innings pitched, struck out 33 batters. He's walked 24, and he has hit 53. Smith, the righty.
Yeah, he got a good fastball, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Murphy. Tanner walked in the second. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit grounder, but foul. Down the third base line. Murphy takes outside. Alcorn State University, part of the SWAC. Smith listed 6'1", 175. Native of Columbia, Mississippi. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, my. Ball gets away. Now Murphy's going to race down to first, and he's going to get there. The ball's going to be thrown into right field. Murphy's going to go to second, and now he's turning for third. Here's the throw. It's by him, and now he can come home. Oh, my God, a Little League home run. Now nobody was there, and they threw it. Oh, my, what in the world was that? Explain that to me.
I think the best part of that,
Little League home run.
Jaron, the best part of that was as Murphy's coming home, and you wouldn't have seen it on the broadcast, but as the throw is sailing over his head and he sees it hit the backstop, he had the most childish smile of excitement right there. I mean, just thinking, wow, I got 3 throws going in my direction that were all wide.
Oh, my goodness. I can tell you, in my time here, I've never seen them throw the ball away 3 times
On a strikeout.
On a strikeout.
2 errors on the board right now.
Yeah, so it's a strikeout, wild pitch, E2, and then it would be right fielder, right, E9 on the throw at third, and then Murphy comes in to score on that. So apparently, what, 2 base errors there?
Got a drop third strike on the wild pitch. Throwing error by the catcher. And then a throwing error. Oh, boy, there's a million to take care of right here.
Yeah, that was we'll just call that a dumpster fire.
That, too. Little League home run. You said it.
Yeah, Little League World Series was on last night. I didn't see them throw it around as much as the Lafayette Aviators did there. My God, that was ridiculous.
That makes you wonder, especially in a tight game like this, if that's the difference in the game. That hurts.
So bad for Jabor Smith. He got a strikeout, gave up a run. But that will not be an earned run. You know what? That probably should be a pass ball. It'd be a strikeout pass ball. Because that basically hit the catcher in the face. On that,
that's true.
It's not like it bounced in. Murphy swung through it, and it hit the catcher like
You're right.
in the mask and took off. Foul ball here by Gonzalez.
So let's see. We're going to get the throwing error by Nernshield,
Yes.
of course, because that sails into right field.
Actually, a pass ball would be an error in that case, too.
That's
wouldn't it?
right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then, so that allows Murphy to reach third base. And then over there, well, the throwing error from right field, that should be counted for because that wasn't on time. But we're not seeing that on the official scoring. And then, of course, there's a throwing error from the third base side.
The strangest part about it was, I think it was Jabor Smith at the end threw home and nobody was there, and it almost hit Tanner Murphy as he came in to score. Oh, my. That was...
You have at least 3 errors there, maybe 4.
Yeah, that was...
With that pass ball.
They needed to play yakety sax during that. That was just awful. Foul ball straight back by Gonzalez to stay alive. 2-2 here.
Let's not forget we had a little rally charge going as Murphy was heading down to first. You know, they thought that was the final out record.
Yeah.
Even the first out record. They thought at bat was still going on, perhaps actually, but nonetheless, it was still going, and maybe that gave a little extra life for Murphy.
A little calamity here. A little Keystone Cops. All of the above here. Fastball foul tipped into the mitt for a strikeout. Yeah, there's one away. So
I'm going to figure this out, all those errors.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think now.
That ball hit.
Nernshield definitely gets one for the throwing error. And if you're right about it hitting him, that's 2 on him right there.
Because Murphy swang up at that pitch, and it come in and hit him right. It looked like right in the mask. And that's why it took off. It didn't come in bouncing.
No.
Pavin Parks takes the ball.
Right fielder makes a throwing error, or was that the first baseman who went and ended up getting it?
That's true. It's one or the other. I didn't notice. I just saw him going to third. I thought he was going to be dead meat at third, but the throw was horrendous. There's a ball to the backstop by Smith.
That's the big question, is that whoever fielded that. We couldn't see it from our vantage
We're not
point.
going to be able to see it on there either.
No, that's right. And then whoever threw it from the Aviators bullpen on the left side.
Well, I don't know.
They're going to get one too, shouldn't they? Or is it?
Because nobody else moved up. I think he would have scored regardless, right? Because nobody was there to cover. If it wouldn't be on the person who's
That's
covering.
right. No one was there. Why even throw them?
Right, well, that's true. I guess you try to hit him in the back, I guess. That's basically almost what he did. They came close to hit him square in the back.
This ain't backyard baseball where you can peg guys.
No. No ghosties on second either. Ball 4 here, and Parks will head down to first. So the Blue Sox, after all of that, lead 1-0. And here's Patrick Ferguson trying to break an 0-for-2 streak tonight. Popped up his last time up to third base.
We said earlier, Ferguson due for a home run, 8 here on the season.
Here's the pitch. He fouls it onto the net. Top of the net, nonetheless. Smith is a fastball guy. Could work in Ferguson's favor here. Loves them fastballs. Pitch bounces out of the mitt. Runner takes off. Throw down. No. Parks is there. And that's a pass ball. That hit right off of Nernshield's mitt.
A quick call to Spectrum Insurance Services could eliminate
Great job by Parks. So just taking off immediately. No hesitation at all. Saw that ball going away, and he took off for second. So now great opportunity for Ferguson with a runner in scoring position to do some damage.
Time called. Ferguson will get out of the box. And now he steps back in. Smith on the hill. Checks second, comes home with a fastball that misses upstairs. Blue Sox lead 1-0 on what can be described as a Little League home run by Tanner Murphy, and he struck out in the process.
2 strikeouts in the inning for Smith. 1 out.
And 1 run in. Ferguson takes a nice pitch here for strike 2. Good, apparently strike 3. Yeah, it was strike 3. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. That's second out.
Now batting number 1, the shortstop Justin Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, it looked like a little confusion. The scoreboard only said it was 1 strike, I believe, at the time.
Ferguson knew it. He went right back to the dugout. Pitch upstairs to Kirkpatrick. And now Pavin takes off for third. He's going to steal third. Unassuming. Just goes for it with everybody kind of napping out there.
Great base running on Parks' part.
We saw Murphy do that last week.
That's right. That's fantastic. That's incredible, though.
No, chopper to first. That's going to go foul, though. And it's 1-1.
It was right after that first pitch, too, that Parks just decided to take off. Pitch was high inside. A slow throw back by Nernsheild. He just left on the throw back.
He's had
right there.
He's had a rough inning. This Nernsheild behind the plate.
Yeah, he has.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball outside. He's got two pass balls on him.
Potentially an error in there. Well,
yeah.
the one throwing error, of course, but potentially
a throwing error.
Consider a third, or excuse me, a second
Was
error.
not covering home when Jabor Smith threw there. This one's popped way up on the infield. And out about, 5 steps into the outfield grass is Sharp to make the catch for the final out. So the Blue Sox get a run on no hits. About, I don't know how many errors there were there. But too many to count on that one play, and they leave a man on base. We'll go to the 7th. Butler 1, Lafayette nothing. long discussion in between innings about that, well, monstrosity of fielding by the Lafayette Aviators on a strikeout that allowed Tanner Murphy to score. One of the strangest plays I've ever seen here. We had catcher throw way over the head of the first baseman. Ball goes out into right field. As Burtis fouls one off here. And then Murphy takes a turn for third. The throw from the right fielder is way over the head of the third baseman, Dougie Parks. Then Jabora Smith picks it up, fires home. Nobody's there. Foul ball by Burtis, and it's 1-2.
So only 2 errors, mercifully.
Yeah. 2 errors, a strikeout that ended up scoring a run. One of the strangest things I've ever seen in my
No
broadcasting career. What about you?
No hits in the yeah, it's up there for sure. I'm trying to even think of if I've ever seen.
I don't know if that, but this ranks up there.
I've never seen that many poor throws in a row. I see that on video before, never in person. You see those comedy of errors. I mean, put this on that not top 10 for SportsCenter.
Yeah, it's a very Jose Canseco moment for the whenever the ball hit off his head and went into the
Yeah,
stands.
that's right. That's right.
This is this was more like a I don't know, like we were watching the quarterfinals of the Little League World Series. Swing and a miss from Burtis, strike 3. And he has now got a hat trick on the night, 3 strikeouts. And that is now 9 for Jack Herzing.
Nearing that oh-so-coveted golden sombrero, too, Jaron.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, he might get another at-bat here.
Might have to give him that. We'll see, though. Got time. He may get another one. We'll see, though.
Well, one guy this year struck out 5 times. They gave him a platinum sombrero. I can't remember.
Chad
who it was.
Ramsey, wasn't it, of West
Yeah.
Virginia? The night he started in the Blue Sox.
Yeah, that's right.
He was also the designated hitter. Struck out 5 times. And the Blue Sox, I believe, scored, what was it, 5 or 6 runs off of him? That's the only golden sombrero I remember to date.
Kennedy is got a pair of strikeouts to his line tonight, and he's ahead 2-0 after a bouncer by Herzing. Looking to get through the 7th here tonight. Here's the 2-0. That's right there.
Yeah, that was back on July 21st. Just looked it up here. In that game, yeah, Ramsey struck out swinging 4 times. Just 4 times.
Oh, he got the golden. Yeah, okay. There's a fair ball to first. Fielded by Ferguson, steps on the bag. 3 unassisted, 2 away.
Now batting number 16, the catcher, Ryan Nershield.
Narenshield singled his last time up. Boy, he had an inning to forget behind the plate last inning.
Going to try to make it up here, though, with the bat.
Oh, well, he hits the ball to deep center. But under in plenty of time is Stefan Mercanja for the final out. And now it's stretch time here in Butler with the Blue Sox ahead 1-0. bottom of the 7th here in cool
Ladies and
Butler,
gentlemen,
Pennsylvania.
leading off in the bottom of the
We're
seventh,
just
number
short of 10-10 here.
right fielder Ben Carew.
And Ben Carew leads off. He is 0 for 2 tonight. The recipient of the Diamond Award here this afternoon. Well, back, what,
This
4
morning, pretty
hours
much.
ago. Hard hit ball to third. Stumbling out of the box is Carew, but he's going to hustle down to first, but the throw from Parks is in time to get him for the first out.
Number 3, Stephen Mercanja.
Need some hot chocolate out here, Jaron.
Yeah, really.
We can get a espresso or something machine set up out here, one of those Keurigs. I left mine down at school, otherwise I'd offer mine as tribute, but.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that it's turned into October here tonight after that last 2 days. I
Beautiful.
run my air conditioner for 5 hours tonight.
Turn it off tonight.
Yes, it'll be it'll be a comfortable sleep. Just put it that way.
Yeah.
Especially after working on the field today. This is a big day here.
Yeah, you got your workout in, you know. You save a little money turning off the air conditioning, hopefully.
Mercanja fouls the ball straight back. He's 0 for 3, but he made the play of the game defensively for the Blue Sox back in the 4th inning when he took away a at least double for ground ball at the middle. Mercanja's got himself a base hit here. He took away a double from Dougie Parks on a sliding layout grab in center field, and now he has a single to his resume.
Yeah, that's a great point. You wonder if that ball gets down. Is it a double or is it a triple? And who knows what happens after that. But nonetheless, that was a huge play. Now he's got the Blue Sox first hit since the 4th inning after back-to-back hitless frames. Not to say that they didn't get anything done, though, nonetheless, in that time.
Strangest run.
What a ball game.
Here. And now it's Brady Gulikowski's turn.
This one's had the makings of just another day at the ballpark. Little league home runs, rain delays.
Yeah.
Got it all.
Ball pitch missed high. And now Gulikowski has been on base his last 2 times up. Scott on deck. This is a chance to add on here if you're the Blue Sox.
Give Hersing some help, get some insurance runs.
Pitch high. Yeah,
28 pitches now for Smith on the mound.
Yeah, Hersing's been, very deserving of some insurance runs. Nobody in the Lafayette bullpen, so it looks like Smith will take this inning. Throw over to first.
Yeah, Hersing's line tonight looks fantastic. 7 innings pitched so far, 2 hits, 1 walk, and those 9 strikeouts in there too, man. Spot start, quote unquote. What he's given is fantastic.
Gulikowski swings true. He's down now even 2 apiece. Beeman, 5 innings tonight, 3 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Gallant effort out of the, normally an outfielder getting a start here tonight. Yeah, ball hit well, but well foul as well. Down the left field line.
The first batter Smith faces is the one who comes around to score, and is the difference in this game. After Beeman only allowed 1 runner to third base in this game, only 1 got to second. Excuse me, 2 of them got to. No, 1. The other one's with Smith's, but he did a good job of limiting the damage and really shutting down the Blue Sox when they got guys on.
The pitch is high. Smith thought it was strike 3, but he's got a full count. I was kind of with him there. That was very borderline, close. And that could go either way, and I could see why Smith would be a little bit upset there. But need to kind of regroup here, 3-2, and see if Mercanja takes off here with 1 out. Yeah, no, he's going to stay put. Here's the pitch. It is called strike 3, and Gulikowski will head back to the dugout. Not often when you miss on a close pitch the previous one before that you're going to get a call on the next one.
That's why Gulikowski started doing the potentially tossing the bat. You saw him holding the bat out, but then I think he thought exactly what you thought. He goes, that last one was a little close, so maybe a make-up call, maybe either way. Yeah, they were both right there.
So that brings us to Calvin Scott with 2 outs. Smith's pitch. Scott thought about bunting, but the throw was to the back. Pitch was to the backstop, and Mercanja will take second on that wild pitch uncorked it way over the head of Nairnshield.
These last 2 innings, just wow. 2 pass balls last inning, a wild pitch this inning. It's getting out of control here, really, for Smith on the mound. Him and Nairnshield. We talked about earlier how Beeman and Nairnshield were kind of, they had their disagreements at times, but it's not like anything was going wide or there was Nairnshield was missing on any of them.
When I look at Smith, I see a guy who has some really good velocity, but he obviously has some rough times with his control here. He's missing high again.
Look at that one.
Yeah, he's probably a guy that's he's a junior, but if they can get him a little bit better mechanics, he could really do something because he's got good stuff. He's probably throwing close to 90 mile an hour,
maybe a little over.
Pitch high, but the problem is it doesn't matter if you're pitching 90, 92 mile an hour if you can't hit the zone.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It will get you through.
They'll give you as many chances as they can, but you're right. You may not get the sufficient amount of playing time if you can't hit the zone.
Right. I mean, that'll get you through high school.
Correct.
Because you can get guys to chase, but when you get to this level, it's hard to get guys to chase, especially when you're missing high like he is there. And Calvin Scott adds to his walk total. He'll head down to first, and now 2 men on for Tanner Murphy.
Yes, it's the funny thing with Smith's delivery, too, is that's almost herky-jerk as he's delivering. We're seeing a lot of movement in the arm where pulls up and just a lot of extra stuff, probably a little unnecessary. I know he's pitching from the stretch and a little bit, you're trying to get to the plate quicker, but just a little extra arm movement there maybe probably doesn't need, and maybe that's resulting in his release point being a little bit higher than he wants.
Tanner Murphy ready to go. Yeah, he fouls the first pitch straight back. He was on it, but just missed it.
Yeah, but you're right. He's pumping it in there. The
Yeah,
velocity,
he really is.
There's no doubt about that. It's just how can you harness that?
Really isn't much other than that. I mean, he's not throwing too much breaking stuff. It's just, here's my heat. Yeah, that's a perfect relief pitcher.
He's got 3 strikeouts so far, so, it's working to an extent. He's just got to get some more going in there.
Ball line to center field, coming in and making the catch on the run is the center fielder, Burtis, to end the inning. Takes away 2 runs there. That's a nice play in center field, and now they've matched Merconja out there. And no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left stranded through 7. Butler 1 and Lafayette nothing. Back with you here as we go to the 8th, and when that new pitcher for the Blue Sox, that'll be number 26 from Virginia Tech, Connor Coward.
Now this season, Coward comes in with a 4-1 record in 8 appearances. He's made 4 starts and has a .306 earned run average. Pitched in 29 1/3 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts, only walked 5 batters, allowed 20 hits. Coward, the righty, in to relieve the extremely efficient Jack Herzing.
Yeah, 7 innings, shutout ball, 2 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. This is a great performance from Jack Herzing. Now, Connor getting this guy. I think he's just throwing a live bullpen session here because he is currently slated as the game 1 starter down in Beckley on Sunday. So, you always get those guys. The starters throw 2 days beforehand, and he's doing that right now. And he gets a strike call here to Schrader, and that sets up. It's kind of funny because he's getting that side pen work in here tonight, and then you can turn to Doherty in the 9th after it if you still have the lead here. 1-1 now after a pitch low, or even James Meeker if you
That's
need
an
him
option.
as well.
Both been lights out this season out of the pen, or as a starter in in Meeker's case, he's made some.
Ooh, just high, 2-1 now to Schrader. Hit by a pitch his last time up.
But with Coward, last appearance for him was July 28th. So like you said, due for another appearance.
Ooh, good fastball, 2-2 now.
Whether in the bullpen or out here on the mound as he's doing right now. So hasn't made a start though since July 18th.
Looks like it'll be Coward and then Lapiana here for game 2 on Monday, and then after that, hard to tell. You could go with Stober, you could go Bucci, you could go Meeker, you could go Parks.
There are honestly, there's a million options.
Right, you do. It's just which one's the right one. 2-2, just a bit outside apparently. Full count.
They've all got a great case too. Stober threw a shutout last Thursday.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I think going into the last night's start, he had thrown, I want to say it was 16 innings without giving up an earned run, and then he took that into the 5th. Yep, there's called strike 3 on a pitch that looked a bit high, to tell you the truth, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah. It looked a little high, but as we talked about, this strike zone kind of been erratic at times. It's been hard to tell some of these pitches on the outside edges, but I went right there for home plate umpire Matthew Malik.
Yep. Well, one away for Clay Camp, walked in the 5th and grounded out in the 2nd. Pitch inside.
40th strikeout in the season, by the way, for Coward.
Yeah. Gotta be getting close to our strikeout record. Let's see. That's one I don't have. Swing through. Oh, jeez.
All fastballs.
For some reason, Pat doesn't have strikeout leader. Swing and miss here on our page. It's kind of weird. We have K per 9 innings, but not strikeout. So I don't know what the record is. No clue. Can't help you there, because I would have to look through point streak for a while.
Oh, boy, that would take a year.
Right, yeah. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, right there for called strike 3. And back-to-back Ks for Connor Coward out of the pen. What a called strike 3s here tonight. You look back at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have fireworks night right
That's 6, I believe.
Correct. Yeah, 6 looking by Lafayette batters. This is the funny thing we talked about. They've got 2 hits on the night. I said in pregame, 246 road batting average coming to play tonight. Obviously, that's going to go down. Only 3 pitchers with 3 batters hitting over 300 as well. On the road, that is.
0-1 is Sharp here. Now, if they're able to get Sharp, the next inning will be the 2-3-4 hitters for Lafayette. Oh, big cut and nothing for Sharp. They can't catch up to that fastball of Connor Coward.
He keeps pumping it. It's working. They're chasing, and they can't get anything out of it. Got to think he's going to go with it again here.
Yeah, why not? Here's the 0-2. Yep, fastball does get a piece, but bounces out of the mid of Ray Gonzalez, who pounds it. As if to say, should have kept that one. But that's tough. That's a tough one, for sure. I mean, you look at it, that ball was hit pretty hard out of the mitt.
That was. Yeah, it's. But nonetheless, though, the fastball just looked really good at a Coward's hand. You like to see that from guys in the bullpen now. They say, give it out, give it your all. You're only going in an inning, so let's see what you got.
Here's the 0-2 again. That one's outside and high as well.
Only the 13th pitch of the inning, though, for Coward. We talked about it before, though. The only 5 walks on the season. Over his last 7 2/3 innings, he has not walked a batter.
Fastball called. Strike 3, and can I help you? No. We're all just looking here. 3 in a row, called strike 3s here in the 8th inning. And Connor Coward does the job out of the bullpen. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Butler 1 and Lafayette nothing.
It's time for each and every one of us to face a very troubling fact. There exists a significant heroin and opioid epidemic in not only Butler County, but elsewhere across the country. I'm Rich Goldinger, the District Attorney of Butler County. This is my backyard and yours too. Together, we can work to eradicate the high-level drug dealers that supply these drugs to those using them. Heroin and opioid abuse does not discriminate. Users come from all economic backgrounds, are male and female, and may be teenagers or middle-aged adults. With your help and in conjunction with the Butler County Drug Task Force and the Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General, we can target those dealers who bring this poison into our county. Please report any suspicious activity to your local law enforcement agency, the Pennsylvania State Police, or to my office. This is our ballpark. This is our county. This is our backyard. Let's all say, not in my backyard. Please enjoy tonight's Blue Sox game.
Leading off in the
Bottom of the 8th.
hitting for
The 5, 6, 7 due up for the Blue Sox here.
number 7,
Gonzalez, Parks, and Ferguson. Clinging to a 1-0 lead. The only run coming in on a strikeout wild pitch. Two errors. And that one hit Nernshield right in the mask.
The lower part near the jaw. Got that covered, but still. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. The Little League home run is the story of this ball game thus far. That ain't a rain delay. I think that's noteworthy.
That's right. Yeah, well, yeah, the monsoon that came down about, what?
7:30,
yes,
if that.
Yeah, pretty close to that. And a little grounder to shortstop. Tough play coming up. Throw to first. And I'll tell you what, shortstop Sharp made it look really easy. He's been solid out there all night.
the second baseman, Peyton Parks.
Yeah, it was a really solid one. A ball. Yeah, kind of a. It wasn't sharply hit. A little bit of a dribbler almost over there. A little bit of speed, but you got to come in quickly and make a play on that. And Sharp did a fantastic job. Gonzalez didn't quite break the bat. You saw a few splinters fly off of it, though.
So, with one away, here's Pavin Parks. And pitch is low. Terre Haute and Springfield are still going. 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th. Danville lost to Quincy 8-2. So, if Terre Haute can win that game, they will clinch.
That's huge.
Ball hit deep right center. And that ball is down in center field. Parks is around second. He will get there with a stand-up triple with one out. That ball hit 420 feet out to dead center. Wow.
And because it hung up for so long, as soon as it got to the ground, he was already at the second base bag and able to start rounding and head for third. It's his 6th triple of the season for Parks.
Huge opportunity for the Blue Sox to add an insurance run with Patrick Ferguson coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a pop-out so far.
16th triple this season by the Blue Sox at Kelly Automotive Park.
Yeah, they're coming close to that record as well.
They've got 24 as a team, but like I said, 16 of them are right here.
26 triples back in 2012 was the record. Ferguson takes it inside. He's ahead 2-0.
So, yeah, 2 away then from the triple record.
Yeah.
There's a little time here. A little time.
How many is that for Parks this summer?
6.
Yeah, he's 1 away from tying Elliott Caldwell, who had 7 back in 2012. Ball popped way out of the stadium, up above the lights. Nice time for one of them Ferguson towering homers over the lights. What do you think?
It's about time. Like I said, he's due. 8 right here at cap on the season.
Infield in. Here's the 2-1. Ball lined right to the second baseman. He dropped it, but that's still going to be an out. Ferguson thought he had it and stopped, but it really didn't matter. I think that Schrader would have tagged the base anyways. It ends up being a 4-run assisted, and there's 2 away. He hit that ball hard, but right at Schrader.
Most important thing was that Parks was able to get back to third. Yeah, if Schrader was looking over there a little bit, I think that's why he dropped the ball. Honestly, he was thinking about it too much, but it would have been terrible to have gone doubled off.
Pop foul by Kirkpatrick here, trying to get that insurance. Because I'll tell you what.
Be nice to have a 2-run lead.
Right, because Lafayette's bringing up their 2, 3, 4 hitters, Heffron, Parks, and Beeman in the 9th. I'm sure they'll probably see Wyatt Doherty. Here's the 0-1. That's a good fastball. Oh, my goodness, from Jaboris Smith, who just he has a heater.
Yeah, he does.
Absolutely has a rocket.
When he can locate it, too, that thing's dangerous. Well, it's already pretty dangerous with what he's delivering, but a little extra smoke.
Time called.
Boy, it'd be nice to get a win here for the Blue Sox against Lafayette. A little bit of revenge. I'm sure it's something they think about because you look back to the last time they played them, June 11th.
Yeah. Pitch outside. They were 0-2 against them out there at Loeb Stadium. And
not only that, though, but you look at that game on the 11th, Lafayette wins 19-8.
Yeah, and actually they were up 8-0, and Butler come back and tied it at 8, and then things went awry from there. There's called strike 3 to end the inning. Oof. Well, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Butler hold on to a 1-0 lead.
Everyone's favorite part of the week is Thursday because that means it's Thirsty Thursday. Come out to Kelly Automotive Park each Thursday to support your favorite hometown team, the Butler BlueSox, and enjoy our special concession prices, including $1 draft beers and 50-cent pops. Tickets start at just $7 and can be purchased online at butlerbluesox.net and or by phone at 724-256-9994. Let's go Blue Sox.
Wyatt Doherty will try to close things down here for Butler in the 9th. It's 1-0 Blue Sox, and it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Heffron, Parks, and Beeman, who Wyatt will have to face here, but he has had a couple of big outings here as of late, and looking for another save.
Yeah, his last 3 appearances. This will be his 4th one where he's come in a save opportunity. Got the job done those last 3. 2-0 in the season with a 1.10 ERA in 10 games. 3 saves, as I mentioned, in 16 and a third innings pitched. 20 strikeouts, 5 walks, 13 hits allowed.
1-0 is a called strike to Heffron 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs to shortstop and a fly out to right field.
And of those 10 games, only one of them in which Doherty hasn't registered at least one strikeout.
1-1. Chopper to McNeil. He tries to, well, he soccers it, knocks it down with his foot.
Hey, a little contact, a light tap.
That pitch just a little bit high. 2-2.
Who's our player of the game, Jaron?
I would have to
Hersey?
say Jack. Although I kind of want to ask Murphy when the last time he scored on a strikeout wild pitch, E2, E9. Ooh, that pitch a bit high, full count.
Obviously, a lot can change still, but yeah, if this score holds up and it stays a 1-0 victory, I think you almost have to go to Hersey. Those 7 innings, those 9 strikeouts too. What a showing from him.
Huge pitch here, 3-2, foul ball straight back. You don't want to let that leadoff guy on for Dougie Parks.
Nope, not at all. That'd not be an ideal situation.
Three, 2 again. Outside ball 4, leadoff walk here, and now the question is, I don't think you can, but with the best hitter in the league, but do you ask Dougie Parks to sacrifice here to move a runner?
Not at all.
I hope not.
Swing away. There should be no reason for him to put down a bunt. As you just said, we've said it a million times. He's the best hitter in this league. Hitter, not bunter, hitter.
Yeah, 22 doubles coming into tonight.
Swing the bat.
Here's the pitch. He is going to bunt, and he almost bunted it. Gonzalez had an opportunity at, but it just floated away from. What in the world is going on here?
I just don't get this at all. All right.
Play for 1 run here. I understand you need 1 run to stay alive, but you're taking.
He could, with one swing of the bat, he might double in that tying run.
Right, and you're taking. I guess.
Oh, boy.
I mean, he's hitting what, 350 some coming into tonight. So yeah, he's getting money. He's showing it right away, and he takes a called strike. So now he's going to swing the bat, I would guess, and that might work out in their favor.
Came in tonight hitting 350.
Yeah, 350.
Swing the bat.
Well, not so much here.
That's ridiculous.
Well, he's going to have to now.
I know, but he lost 2 strikes because he was showing bunt.
Right. Well, I'm with you.
I can't believe that.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Park strikes out. 1 away.
Blue Sox will take it, but that is some ridiculous baseball right there.
Yeah, now you got Logan Beeman coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3.
Another good hitter.
Yeah, another good hitter, and I'd be interested to see. With 1 out now, it doesn't even make sense to sacrifice, does it?
No. I'm pretty surprised to see Parks doing it, but that's what I'm thinking. Parks, he doubles in the run. You put your next best hitter up there, Beeman. He can bring him in. You got the lead all of a sudden. I mean, granted, you got to hit the ball in the right place, but my point being, your 2 best hitters are coming up. Swing the bat, see what you can do.
Huge strikeout.
Absolutely. Double play ball could end the game.
That's right. Left-handed hitting Beeman took a ball. Now with the 1-0. Nope. Didn't make your time. We got time instead. So now the question is, do you send Heffron? Do you try to steal that base? And base runners are so important here, but there's a little flare out in the left field. That's a base hit. Runners will be on first and second, so scratch that.
Now you don't steal.
Right.
But now you got to get real protective.
Well, you got Burtis, who has a hat trick on him tonight. It's he's had a rough night, but one swing can change all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one swing and a miss would add to his frustration. But
that was only the 3rd hit tonight for Lafayette.
They're first as well since the 5th inning.
Yeah, but the Blue Sox have stranded a lot of runners. Called strike here, and it kind of had me worried last inning whenever they stranded that runner at 3rd. That could come back to bite them. But we'll see if Doherty can settle in here. 0-1 delivery upcoming. Swing and a miss. Burtis way behind it, and really didn't look good on that swing.
Yeah, you're right. You talked about that with the Blue Sox. They stranding guys. 10 men left on. Compare that to 4 men left on for Lafayette. They're going to look back, and if they don't win this game, they're going to be frustrated by loading up the bases in the 5th, but not getting anything.
Check of second. Doherty comes home. Fastball outside.
A few pitches to play with, but got to try and get this one locked up as soon as you can.
1-2. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Actually, it looked like a slider tailed off at the end. And Burtis strikes out. 2 down here in the 9th.
Now batting number 25, the first baseman, Evan Kennedy.
So, falls on the shoulders of Evan Kennedy, who has struck out twice and grounded out to first base.
Be huge here, Blue Sox, with this one. We talked about this would be to clinch the top overall spot, correct?
That's right. Curveball a little bit low. Pretty good pitch, but it did look like it fell off the table there at the end.
Just a bit, a little extra
Yeah.
movement at the end. You're not gonna, fans aren't going to like that one, but
No.
at the end, it was just a bit outside.
Here's the 1-0. Oh my, ball hit deep to right field. Going back as Mercanchi's not going to get it. 1 run's in. Around third and in to score is Beeman. And the Lafayette Aviators have taken a 2-1 lead on a stand-up triple by Evan Kennedy. And now those 10 base runners that they left on base tonight really come back to kill you. Unbelievable.
Down to their final 3 strikes, too, with 1 out in the ball game. It's a gut check.
16, the catcher, Ryan.
That's a gut check, though, for the Blue Sox, to say the least.
First blown save of the summer for Wyatt Doherty. And it took all night, but Lafayette finally gets on the board with 2 outs in the 9th. It's now 2-1 Aviators. Oh my.
And
No, it's 2.
2-1 now, yeah. You think about things for the Blue Sox. Ben Carew leads off the bottom of the 9th, followed by Stefan Marconcha and Brady Golikowski.
Swing through by Narenshield. Boy, Evan Kennedy, a Lafayette native.
Boy, he
Comes
just smoked
through.
that ball. He just smoked that one.
Carew, Mercancha, and Golikowski just said will be up here. Kirkpatrick's throw to first is low. Picked nicely by Ferguson. 6-3 put out, but the bad news is the Lafayette Aviators get a pair of runs on 1 hit, or no, I beg your pardon, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And that, well, we got to go to the bottom of the 9th to try to get this done. It's 2-1 Lafayette. Well, try to get one back here in the bottom of the 9th, maybe even 2, and come out of here with a win. But Lafayette takes the wind out of the sails here in the 9th inning with 2 runs and with 2 outs. Their first 2 runs of the game, they're up 2-1 here. And Carew, Mercancha, and Golikowski will be due up against the new pitcher, number 36, Cameron Boyd.
So, yeah, we go top of the inning. It's a save situation for Doherty. He blows it, so one man's loss, another man's opportunity in this case, as Boyd comes in for the save opportunity. He's going for his 2nd save of the season. In 4 appearances, he has a 1.22 ERA, no record. over 7 1/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts for the right-hander. He's walked 1 and allowed 7 hits. All of a sudden, Smith's in line for a win.
Yeah. And he had a fine outing. 3 innings, the unearned run, and only 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks.
Yeah, he goes from being the potential losing pitcher to the now got a great chance to be the winner.
Yeah, so it's Cameron Boyd who will be from Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne. Sophomore, a native of Fort Wayne, Indiana. 6'3", 210 will face Ben Carew to begin the bottom of the 9th with Lafayette leading by 1. So many good things have happened this summer. It was almost like a shock whenever, there's a bunt and a decent one, but it's going to roll foul. But it's just almost shocking whenever something doesn't go the Blue Sox way here at home.
Yeah, you talk about it. This is a team at home is 19-9. They've won 5 straight, 16 of their last 17 at home. So it does sting when something like this happens because of how they've been playing here. But
and the fact that if they lose this game, then tomorrow's game is going to have a lot of significance.
it is. It sure is.
Here's the 0-1 from Boyd. It's a good curveball in there for a called strike.
Another one where he looked like he just froze there on the mound for a moment.
Here's the 0-2, a good block on a bouncer.
We said, though, Carew due for a hit, though, tonight. 0 for 3 so far, every time leading off the inning, so you got to figure something's got to give eventually.
Yeah, he's been one of the best hitters on the Blue Sox the last 3 weeks of the season.
Average coming in the night was at 295.
Here's the 1-2, little grounder past the pitcher. Throw to first. He's safe. He's safe at first base. He beats the throw on a weak grounder that Sharp fielded, made a good throw over, but Ben Carew's speed beats it out.
Just enough there. That's what you ask for, is to chug it out down the line regardless. That's what Carew did. Just a softly hit ball. Shouldn't be a single 9 times out of 10. But because of how softly that was, he's able to reach first base.
Yeah, big base runner to begin the inning. So now it's Mercange's turn. A weak runner. Board falls off to the other side, so he couldn't field it, and then it just kind of died out there in between the pitcher's mound and second base.
Crew's got 10 steals on the season, too. You got to wonder if he'll run at all.
Mercange will take outside. Good curveball. Falls out of the zone. Mercange singled his last time up. Runner throw over. Runner gets back. Carew.
And 10 for 14 on the season.
Yeah, good for Ben to get a hit with the family, his parents in attendance. They
That's right.
come up and said hello earlier.
Yeah, Carew, of course, a Wisconsin native, so I'm sure he enjoyed having his family in town for this one, especially to see him get the Diamond Award.
1-0 delivery, popped foul, out of play.
Gotta be careful. You want to get a bit of a lead at first, but I don't know. I don't know if he'll run or not. I wonder.
I do love the fact that they're letting him swing away.
I like that too.
Although it worked against Lafayette. Last inning it ended up working.
Still got to run anyway.
1-1 upcoming. Board peers over for a while. Or Boyd, I should say. Not Board. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he does go around, and now it's 1-2.
Almost like you were getting bored watching him wait there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there you go. Chairman of the board. 1-2 now. Mercange tried to hold his swing but couldn't do so.
He's hitting 385 with runners on, though.
Time called. He said, I'm tired of waiting for Boyd here. Break up this rhythm that's running at a snail's pace.
Yeah. Both of Mercange's home runs, in case you're curious, because it takes one to tie, 2 to win. Both of his home runs have come with runners on.
1-2. Mercanja chops foul over the head of Josh Forbes at first base. Just 10 minutes short of 11 o'clock here. 1-2 throw over, and Carew's back safely.
Boyd does a really good job against hitters when runners get on. He does a good job tightening up against them. They hit 214 off of him once anyone's on. Leadoff batters have had a 333 batting average. That, of course, will go up after Carew's single.
Mercanja's a little flare. That will get down. And Carew will make it to second safely. 2-man on over the head of Sharp. He's been in between them this inning. It's just been bad luck for him. But good luck for the Blue Sox. 2-man on, nobody out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The ball Carew hit should have been probably a ground out, but he almost hit it too soft. That one, a soft pop-up, just into the wrong spot, really. It just lands into a Bermuda triangle. And all of a sudden, the Blue Sox have the tying run in scoring position.
Well, Brady Gulikowski has singled, walked, struck out, and flew out to left field. Time called. Here comes the mound visit. And that'll allow us to see if we can get some updates around the league here.
And this mound is brought to you by the award-winning cardiology program at Butler Health System.
5 home runs for Gulikowski with runners in scoring position this season. So, looking to do damage. 315 average coming into the night.
The entire infield is on the mound with Brett McNeil, and now Malik will go out and break this thing up. 2 best teams in the league. This has been a fun baseball game, and it could be a preview of things to come if the top teams stay the way they are. Springfield defeats Terre Haute in 10 innings, 6-3. Kokomo 10, West Virginia 7. That's a final as well. 5-2 Terre Haute beat Springfield in the first game of a doubleheader. And Quincy 8, Danville 2. Champion City and Chillicothe's point streak didn't work, so I can't tell you how that worked out. And, in fact, guess what? I lost the internet again. Imagine that. Grady Gulikowski takes outside.
Lefties are hitting 375, by the way. Sorry, off of Boyd.
Oh, that's a great stat. That's huge because, well, actually, after that's 3 righties in a row. But you could take that in consideration, bring James Meeker out there.
You never know. Situation like this with the top spot on the line.
Ball 2 now. Board missing low and outside.
Make no doubt, both teams want this game. No, despite having their respective divisions already clinched for the regular season, they want that top spot in case they have to face each other in
absolutely.
the championship series.
Yeah, it's a difference of having to, drive and play 2 games in one spot. You're going to have to drive a long ways.
2 potential elimination games.
That's right.
For yourself. Yeah, that's the scariest part.
On the road, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wind's picking up here again. Boy, it's a good thing Boyd doesn't get paid by the hour because he's taking his sweet time in between pitches, and he misses. Oh, no! He brought that into the zone. Are you kidding me? Oh, my. That ball was high. Great frame job by Nearshield. Gets a strike because that ball was not in the zone. I'm sorry, it was not.
Kind of like what we've been talking about all night. A lot of pitches to left-handed and right-handed batters on the outside edge have been called strikes. And,
you see how far he pulled that ball down?
It was a great frame job, though.
Yeah, it was. You got to give him credit, but boy, you got to be better than that. Especially in a situation like this. 2-1 delivery, fouled into the net on top of the Lafayette dugout.
Give credit to the both pitchers on both sides tonight. There's been a lot of strikeouts in this game. It's the strike zone doesn't belong to the pitcher. It belongs to the home plate umpire. And all these pitchers done a fantastic job adjusting to it. We haven't seen many complaints at the strike zone. They're just pitching to it, and they're getting those called strikes.
Well, Terre Haute does not clinch tonight because of that loss. They're still a game ahead of Danville. So they could go into tomorrow. I don't know what the tiebreaker is between those 2 teams. 2-2 upcoming here. Nobody out, 2 runners on. And it is swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here for Gulikowski and the Blue Sox here in the 9th. This is a late swing on the fastball. Wasn't looking for it whenever he missed it by that much.
He wants to be patient, but when you see the fastball, it just reacts a little late and just goes down swinging. Only 1 out, but ground ball could end the game.
Still got Scott Murphy here. That's a good pair to have up with 1 out and you need a run. First pitch is in there for a called strike. That was right on the knees. Whew. All right, well, the 0-1's upcoming sometime tonight. Here's the pitch. Oh, right there. Nice pitch again.
In
now
the hole
Scott,
now.
Yeah, Scott's going to protect.
Yeah. Shorten up your swing here. Maybe you get a swing like we saw with Marcanjo, where he hit the bloop into the shallow center. 2
teams both on the dugout. Lafayette hanging on theirs and Butler doing the same. To say they're in, not in. Oh, ground ball right back to the pitcher. They will take. Wow. I can't believe he didn't throw to second on that. In fact, he just pointed at himself saying, my bad. Both runners move up, and that will give Tanner Murphy a chance here with 2 outs. It ends up working like a sacrifice bunt.
Well, that's a surprising one. That's especially surprising. A base hit here could win the game.
Absolutely. I can't believe he didn't try for second. He must
at least get the lead runner.
He must not have.
Or at least that second runner.
Right. So he must have just thought, I don't want to throw this ball into center field. Let's take a short out. I trust myself to get the next out. That's all I can say. But he did point at himself right away like, why did I just throw to first there? Why did I get the out?
It's not like Boyd had to rush to make a play, though.
No.
That's what surprised me the most. I can see if it was a tough play at second, maybe you don't throw it, but he had a lot of time for a play there. And depending on this next play here, might end up regretting it.
Well, here's Tanner Murphy. 2 outs. First pitch is a curveball in there. A lot of curveballs from Boyd.
Yeah. He likes doing some of those off-speed ones. A few change-ups in there a little bit. Murphy on the season, 500 average with runners in scoring position and 2 outs.
Carew at third, McConaughey at second. Infield playing normal all the way around. Time called. I can understand why these guys are stepping out on Boyd because he takes a nap in between each pitch. Very deliberate.
You've got
Eric Bedard-like.
Yeah, Bedard liked to take his time, especially in his prime. He was really at his best with some of those years he had with the Mariners and Orioles.
0-1. Murphy takes good job laying off that curveball, dipped out of the zone.
Yeah, it's kind of a situation for the Blue Sox, especially without James Meeker in the lineup. This is the guy you want at the plate. Your best hitter who's playing tonight. Guy with extra base power, strong on-base percentage. You want Tanner Murphy at the plate in this kind of situation.
1-1. Upcoming. Here it is. Bouncer in.
Of course, the exciting thing here for Carew is you have to be careful about going at all here. There's going to be a lot of hesitation, I think, by Cody Harold of sending Carew should there be a pass ball, wild pitch, anything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's the game, 2 outs.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be sure. Got to be committed right away. 2-1 delivery. Murphy grounds to third, and the throw across is going to get Murphy to end the game, and the Lafayette Aviators are winners here tonight, 2-1, and a very good ball game. But now it all comes down to tomorrow, who will have the best home field advantage for the potential home field advantage for the entire playoffs.
Yeah, it really does. It's going to be an exciting game. I assume we won't see Brady Gulikowski throwing now, with potentially with that on the line. Maybe a little bit more to play for both teams. Looking at tonight's game, though, you're right. It was a fantastic ball game all around. Very competitive. Blue Sox had this one until there were 2 outs in the 9th. Really, this was theirs for the taking. They had the lead, but just couldn't put a lid on it. Doherty gives up a pretty hard hit ball with runners at first and second, and both come around to score. But It was a strong effort, but I think the thing that's going to come back to hurt the Blue Sox is 12 men left on base, Jaron.
Yeah.
That's simply unforgivable.
Yeah, that's the difference tonight. I mean, you look at it, you got to give credit to Kennedy, too. 2 outs in the 9th, gets a double to drive in 2 runs to give the Lafayette Aviators the lead. And then Boyd gets a ground out in the 9th. Spoils an excellent outing from Jack Herzing, although you could say the same thing for the other team as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, try again tomorrow to clinch out this home field advantage for the entire playoffs. But tonight it was just about, look at how many guys Blue Sox stranded. A couple of them were with third base. Parks was at third base 2 times in a row. They couldn't get him in, with 1 out nonetheless.
True.
You look this time, second and third. That's kind of the fitting way to end it, too. This is not the Blue Sox night. But the good thing is, it doesn't hurt in the long run if you win tomorrow.
That's a great point. There's a great opportunity to do some work tomorrow to kind of just wrap this up. This spectacular year they've had at home, really, is the best way to put it, Jaron. They've been so strong here. As I said, this is only their first loss in their last 6 home games. And beyond that, they've been just dominant at home. So it stings a little bit. But, yeah, there's a lot to play for now tomorrow. You might see a little extra effort because both of these teams want that top spot, as we said before. A lot on the line. You'd like to have that. If you get to the championship round, got to have that home field advantage.
So, go through the scoring real quick. The only run for the Blue Sox came in the 6th inning. A strikeout, wild pitch, E2. Tanner Murphy ran down the first. Ball was thrown away by the catcher. Then, as he was going to third, the ball was thrown away by the right fielder, Claycamp, and that allowed him to come in to score. That was the only run that Blue Sox scored all night. And then, of course, the 2 runs for Lafayette came with 2 outs in the 9th when Evan Kennedy hit an RBI triple that scored Beeman and Heffron. And that's the difference tonight. 2-1 final. Wyatt Doherty, blown safe, takes the loss. 1 inning, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. For the winning pitcher will be Jabor Smith, 3 innings, 1 run, not earned, 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Cameron Boyd will pick up a save, going 1 inning, allowing 2 hits, no runs, struck out 1, and did not walk a batter. That'll do it for tonight. Joel, it's always great having you. We'll do it again here in the playoffs. I know tomorrow I think I got Kellen. So.
You got Kellen, yep. He'll be back on. Fireworks time now here.
Fireworks time, so it's time for us to tear down and get out of here. So, for my broadcast partner, Joel Norman, who did a great job, I'm Jaron Steele. Same time tomorrow, 7:05 game time when the Blue Sox host the Lafayette Aviators again. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and have a great night.
6